Vibe blowing up the J, got the loud jumping up the bay. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping up the bay. Vibe blowing up my J, got the loud jumping up the bay. Everything I'm on slab.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy? What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the Wake Up Show, part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy in the whole fucking show. The CEO, nigga bro, of Fixes Binds LLC. The unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best edutainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third Leg
Your third
Gray.
leg was just phenomenal.
Also, the man with no trabajo, the Mitch Slapper, the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
Also, the founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolatey Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game. But in case you forget those names, just call me CGA, see God Allah, and I be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you today. Wives with no class. Allison Holker, the widow of deceased DJ, former Ellen DeGeneres DJ Twitch. For the people who don't know who we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about this individual right here, DJ Twitch, or Twitch Boss. His name is Steven Twitch Boss. He died December 2022. He died from a alleged self-deletion. It has been ruled a self-deletion by the you-know-who, the
New world order.
All right. Well, he died in 2022. Very controversial death, as his wife was always had a interesting story as to how she, lost the guy and ended up finding him in a hotel. There was an autopsy ran. We're going to talk about that autopsy later, because that's going to be important. But she has just come out and threw this ninja under the bus, as he has met the Undertaker. All right, he's 2 years in the ground, and she comes out for some odd reason. I mean, unprovoked, by the way, to come out here on entertainment television, all right, to say that this ninja had a drug habit. I'm sorry. Wait
a minute. Who are you?
What's wrong with this woman? She has absolutely no class, all right? Absolutely no class. Her description of her now deceased husband at this particular point, the way she's portraying him, completely suspect. And boy, is DJ Twitch Boss's family and friends, oh boy, are they irate. But here's the deal. I mean, with wives like this, I mean, who needs enemies? Sometimes you be sleeping with the enemy, all right? Instead of making this man the picture perfect portrait of a husband, instead of doing something positive in his death, you throw him under the bus. God damn, and said he had a drug habit. She says she found drugs all in his closet after his death, but we're going to see if that stands up to what the medical information has provided us. But guys, I'm going to tell you guys, with friends like this, who needs enemies? Sometimes your wife can be your biggest enemy. Yes, indeed. Women, you guys need the wives of today, including the single women of the day, you definitely need a class in etiquette, in decorum, in moral behavior, in being a person of class, a lady. All right, we need some wife training around here. We need some people with some goddamn decorum. I mean, why would you come out and say this without actually trying to? I mean, what this does is make her more suspect, in my opinion, in the disappearance or the death of DJ Twitch Boss. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, wait till you see this story. It's an interesting story if you want to see how the lack of class of the American modern woman has actually eroded. All right. Absolutely extreme lack of class on how to treat your the man that took in your kids. I believe you had kids by other men. He's take your kids in and actually reproduce with this woman at least once. These people, man, are classless. All right, anyway. Anyway, we also got an update on Sunny Hostin, the liberal maniac, the leader of the Trump derangement syndrome. We got her out here with her husband catching a RICO charge, all right, on Crime and Law CGA. Of all things, not your husband catching a RICO charge. Do you think this is some sort of political retaliation? All right, she has to have egg on her face this morning, as yesterday morning she had egg on her face trying to tap dance around and probably not helping his case at all. Husband catching a RICO case. It couldn't have happened to a better person. Shout out to her. All right. Shout out to Sunny Hostin. All right, man. They're busy today. All right, people are busy. We also got Doom and Gloom CGA with Joe Biden catching up on Joe Biden. You know, he's got a few more days in the office. He actually, his give a damn is busted. We're going to see what he says about the Los Angeles fire situation, and we'll give you an update on the Los Angeles fire situation as much as we can on Doom and Gloom CGA. But anyway, to contribute to today's show, $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, PayPal, paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams, and that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat.
New world order.
On the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Let's get into it. It's going to be a good show, interesting show. My air conditioning doesn't feel like it's on. All right, maybe we'll take a break. All right, it's a little hot in here. So take off all your clothes, as they say. All right. What do we got here? It is, let's see who I can call you. The Savage Solutions. Shout out to the Savvy MFer. Appreciate your grind, Coach. Coach, check out Occupied on Rumble. Or Europa, The Last Battle on BitChute. The true enemies of freedom and wealth will be very clear.
New world order.
Shout out to you, and that's a sponsorship. That was from last night. That must have been right when I signed off. All right. Right when I signed off. All right. Damn. All right. What do we got here? We got our brother No Government Name says if Joe Rogan had CGA on his show, you would steal his audience and sponsors. Yeah, he says you need to stop being humble. It's obvious that you're winning in life. You need to remind people that there are winners and there's motherfucking losers in life. It's inspirational. By the way, Mitch's Doom and Gloom is the motivation. For real. All right. You're scaring me, ass ninjas. All right. It's funny how broke people wish they had lots of money to do nothing and relax, yet complain about their lives. Meanwhile, the people who have lots of money work more and enjoy it. Also enjoy their lives despite not having work-life balance. And only worry about themselves, which is funny. That is definitely a red flag, because if a person says if they had a lot of money, they would do nothing, that tells you they don't need a lot of money. All They don't need a lot of money. All right. The worst thing they can do is get a lot of money. All right. Because if you think you're going to get a lot of money and relax, well, I got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. You will get to go on a lot more vacations, and you will get to golf in the morning. You might be able to start your work day at 9:30, right, instead of 7:30. But yeah, if I had a lot of money, I'd sit on a deserted island and do nothing. Yeah, right. You're gonna be bored like a motherfucker. John, the Detroit Lion legend. He says right here, this is what's up, coach? Barely catching live streams these days. Working like crazy. I'm headed to Munich, Germany next week. I want to watch the old Money Mindset streams. I've been on there, but I'm not sure how to pull up the old ones. Hep. All right, shout out to you. That's a co-sponsorship. Well, shout out to you. If you're on, you got to be able to go on the Patreon. When you go on the Patreon, there's a post that is pinned to the top. So it's kind of like at the join page. It's the front page, and it's updated every month. You got to be able to get to that page. It's like the second post. You'll see the password to the Money Mindset. All right, but you got to actually have access to the Money Mindset, meaning you got to already have paid through, which I'm pretty sure you have. And sometimes some people have an easy time finding it. Some people have a hard time finding it. Depends on, depends on if you're using mobile or if you're using a computer, a desktop. I've had people say it was easier to find it on mobile. Some people said it was hard. I don't know what's happening. All right, but it happens. All right, but it's on there. Believe me, it's there. All right, shout out to you. Detroit Lions. All right, right now, I hear Montgomery's coming back, all right, in the backfield with an MCL tear and all of that. All right. It's Detroit Lions, man. You see these football teams. This is a lesson. All right. This is a lesson, man. You see these football teams, they're putting it all in. They're pushing the chips all in for the Super Bowl. All right. They had the running back from the Eagles, the former Giants running back. He didn't even go for the record. All right. Trying to win the Super Bowl. And then the Lions are trying to bring back their running back after getting injured, a season-ending injury, and they trying to push his ass out there. All right, they know how big of a deal it is, and the Lions need a little bit of diversity. They need that running back out there. So interesting what's going on here late in the playoffs. Shout out to our brother Joe. Ethereal is in the building. He says, brothers, if you have not signed up to the coach's Patreon for the Money Mindset, you don't want to succeed. Fuck them niggas. You know what I mean? But look, they don't want it. They don't want it. And listen, you ain't got to do it. All right, but we have it offered there. We have it offered, but it's a cold world. Men will make up excuses as to why they can't do nothing, and they'll have the answers. They'll have the opportunities right in front of them. But hey, man, the game is to be sold and not to be told. You can't get everything for free. Ass ninjas. Shout out to Glenn Beck. Buchanan, your Brazil trip inspired me to book a trip to Europe. Thank you. Let's go. Let's get to traveling. Let's travel. That's the free agent lifestyle right there. All right. Get out there, move around, meet some new people, and all of that in a bag of chips ahoy. Shout out to Steven. And Mr. Steven says, last night's show. That's for last night's show. Appreciate you, coach. I hope you were inspired. Shout out to Kayleigh Cooper out in Brazil with the co-sponsorship. He says, salute. You guys better pay up for this info. All right. Who found that the yesterday's show? If you missed last night's show, and last night's show is another one of those examples of I didn't give you a female on the thumbnail. People complain, oh man, if you keep doing this type of content, you're only going to get the losers. All right. And I'm like, I offer all kind of content here, even within the show. The thumbnail topic is a small portion of this show. Even within the show, we talk about a variety of things. It is not just man versus woman. That is the main event typically. But I talk about a variety of things. I even talk about when men mess up. Okay. When men commit crimes, I report it. All right. When that guy was over there raping that 91-year-old woman, all right, I was reporting it. I didn't blame it on the 91-year-old woman for seducing him. Okay, I reported it. That's what goes on in the show. We report politics. We report news events. We report when men commit crimes for stupid shit. I spread it out. The main event topic typically is red pill. The questions I answer from Super Chats are typically relationship questions because that's what the channel is about. Now, when I give you a show of blue chips, guess who didn't show up? Guess who didn't click on the video? The same people who complain that I keep talking about the same thing. No, it's the same thing you click on. You happen to click on it. You seem to be interested in it, and that's why you're here. Now, yesterday's show, if you missed it, you got to watch it, okay? Because it was just pure inspiration. We kept it real easy and smooth. We talked about what you're going to need to move forward. But, of course, you didn't want to watch it. You don't want to watch it. All right, go ahead and watch. You can pick it up. But if you don't want to, the money mindset, if you ain't on the money mindset, I really have to question what's going on with you. You don't want to win. You definitely don't want to win. All right, you don't want to win shit out here. You don't want to win in life, love, relationship, rope. You don't want to win nothing. You just out here complaining. All right, shout out to our brother here. It is, I'm going to call you Jake Jones. He says, 29-year-old black male, thank you for all of your teachings. Can't wait to support you more on my level up. Let's level up out here. Let's do it.
Better boss up, nigga.
Better boss up. Better boss up. Okay. And did I prove my point that you're going to need 100K? You're going to need 100K in the next 5 years. If you don't have 100K, what did we prove to you if you don't have 100K? You will own nothing. All right, that is the bottom line. You're going to own nothing. You'll be okay, but I need to make sure I acknowledge my brother Joe Ethereal with the sponsorship. All right, I didn't forget about it.
I'm rich, bitch.
All right. All right, here we go right here. More shaming going on here than with any girlfriend I've ever had. Look at these. Mitch ass ninjas ain't gonna make it. Sound the alarm. Mitches ain't gonna make it. Hey, it is shaming you. You need to be ashamed. If you don't make it to a, hey, you're gonna be assed out. Look at him. You're shaming me. All right, you're shaming me. Take your ass out of here. All right, get the fuck out. Hey, it's 2025, guys. It's 2025. Get the fuck out. All right. All right, we ain't got no time for these motherfuckers. Larry ass niggas in here. You're shaming me about, you're going to be a fucking loser. That's what you're going to be. And I proved it yesterday. Hey, look, did I not prove it yesterday that if you ain't trying to win, you're going to lose? Right? I proved it yesterday. Ain't nobody going to hold your hand. Ain't nobody holding your hand. There's no pity party of 5. Fuck y'all poverty Mitches. Yeah, we can't have it no more. It's go time. It's lock in time. Literally, I've been telling you to lock in since 2019. But it ain't no game no more. You got to lock in. You got to lock in. Ain't no more of this. Fuck out. All right? Because it's lock in time. Y'all niggas ain't. It's cuff your ball time, bruh. I proved it yesterday. I gave you all the charts. I showed you everything. There should be nobody in here not wanting to win. Oh, your guys are just out here trying to make us feel bad. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, bruh. All right, we ain't got no time for that shit over here, bruh. All right, it's lock in time. Lock in or get the fuck off my channel. All right. I'm one of the only guys you'll tell that men will come here, complain. I'll tell them to leave and they won't leave. I'm like, leave, please. Will you guys stop subscribing to me? Would you guys stop watching me? What other YouTuber can you find where I'm constantly complaining and hoping that you stop watching me? But the problem is, you can't stop watching me. I'm the goddamn best thing going on the goddamn internet. So I get it. There ain't nothing else on YouTube that's going to keep you out here entertained for 4 hours straight. Guys, get the fuck out of my channel, please. Stop subscribing to me. Unsubscribe, please. I'm the only YouTuber that be saying this shit. Everybody else be tiptoeing around you people. Stop watching me. The fuck? There's so many other loser channels you can watch. This is a winner channel, motherfucker. All right, Jesus. You trying to win. Fuck you losers. I'm telling you, hey, I ain't gonna be around here not that much longer. But I'm not placating the losers at this point. I can't anymore. Stop watching me. I just gotta stop being so entertaining, but I don't want this loser shit no more. No more red pill minimalism. No. Get out. Get the fuck out. All right, I'm trying to win. I want you to win. Let's win. Look, they left already. Okay, please. Oh my Lord. Go watch Hafiz. Yeah, Hafiz is here. Go watch something else. There's a bunch of people you can watch other than me. Just stop watching me. God damn. I'm tired of you miserable bitch ass ninjas. All right, God, fuck. It just be miserable for no reason. I'll be giving you wins and wins and wins. This is how you win. This is how you get around there. You're shaming me over $50. Okay, don't watch. This is the after pill, man. We going to take this to the next level if you don't know. I'm tired. I've been babysitting you bitch ass ninjas for 5 years. Babysitting you. Motherfucking giving you your binky, giving you your fucking nipple. I'm tired of this shit. All right, do something for me at once. For once. You won't do it. Babysitting you. Giving you content for free. Hey, let me tell you something. I've been giving you so much content, you have never had to watch a commercial on my channel for 5 years. Just think about that. Just think about that. You haven't had to watch a commercial other than the commercials that I show, and you bitch ass ninjas complain about that. Hey, ladies, I get it. You don't have to skip through commercials. You don't have to skip ahead. I give you timestamps. I fucking feed you right there with my own hand, entertain you for 8 hours a day, and you bitch ass ninjas don't have nothing to say positive. You just come on here and complain with your miserable fucking ass. Well, what I'm gonna tell you is fuck you weak ass men. That's what I gotta tell you. Fuck you. I ain't got no time for you bitch ass ninjas no more. I gave you free content for 5 years. Kiss my whole entire black ass. All right, that's what I gotta tell you. That's what I gotta tell you. I feel that way. That's how I feel. That's how I really feel. Ain't put nothing on my goddamn books. Now I'm fresh out the pen. Fuck y'all. All right, that's what I'm gonna tell you. All right, don't come on my channel complaining about shit after I done gave y'all 5, 6, 7, 8 years of free fucking content where you didn't have to skip through one goddamn commercial in 4 hours. Fuck you. All right, anyway. Right. Fuck you and your whole family. All right, that's what I'm going to tell you. That's how I feel. Somebody clip this shit. Somebody clip this shit. Weak ass Mitches still complaining. It's 2025. Fuck you. I ain't got no time to hear that shit. I ain't got no time to hear you weak ass Mitches, you Larry ass bitch ass ninjas. I ain't got no time for it. Put some money on my books or kiss my ass. That's what I'm going to tell you. All right. Anyway. Years and years ain't donated shit and still in the same spot. Want me to feel sorry for you. Kiss my whole entire black ass. All right. That's what I'm going to tell you in 2025. Literally. Take your ass on. I gave y'all way too much free shit. Clip it, post it. All right, that's what we doing. And fuck the red pill and all that. All right, I don't care. I have no allegiance to none of y'all people. Them motherfuckers ain't helped me either. So fuck the red pill content creators too. I ain't got no allegiance to them. All right, it's me. It's me and only me. All right, anyway, now that we got that off my chest. Now that we got that shit off my chest. Yo, some men are just hard-headed. But I like for y'all to hit the like button. Hit the like button. There's no more Takeout Thursday. What are we doing here? We already got brothers in here major sponsoring. All right, what are we doing here? Major League says LA Fires will lead into Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. to form the North American Union with a new currency called the Ameros, which will be backed by gold. Well, we're going to talk about that.
New world order.
We're going to talk about that. All right. That actually is going to come up right now. You know what? Let's make it come up right now. Doom and Gloom CGA. Good transition. Doom and Gloom CGA. Brought to you by the... All right, man. This is a great show. Did you guys see what's going on there in Los Angeles, home of the Scandalous, man? It is bad news down in Los Angeles, man. They got a whole mess down there. The town is on fire. Burn Hollywood, burn. If you ever want to see Hollywood burn, all right, there's a sign out. The Hollywood sign's burning out there, allegedly. And the Los Angeles mayor, Karen Bass, is looking like a complete ass out here. And here it is right here. This is all mess right here. There, she gets peppered with some questions. This is your mayor, your DEI mayor out here. You're black. Is she a black woman? They're claiming she's probably black too, huh? All right, but let's see what happens.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
New world order.
No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
She don't care. She like, help me. Help. Oh, look. Oh, my goodness. These are the people you guys put in. These Democrats are absolutely the worst, filthiest, and the rottenest. All right. They have no care for the people at all. Bitch was on vacation in Ghana. What was she doing in Ghana? Seeing her people, all right, while the whole goddamn city is burning on her watch, all right, on her watch. And now look at her skedaddling. All right, we need a black woman in. This would have been Kamala Harris, too, all right? This would have been Kamala Harris, too. This is an absolute disgrace. All right, what does Joe Biden say about it? You guys know he on his last couple of days in the office here, and, you know, he could ill afford to have such a disaster on his watch. He don't give a fuck. I think he got 1 foot in the grave. He got 1 foot out the door. Apparently, they asked Joe Biden about it right there. There he is with Gavin Newsom. All right, the crooked, you know what, mafia member of the California mafia. Well, the governor, the king of California. This is what Joe Biden had to say about houses burning to the ground.
We got a notification yesterday their home was probably burned to the ground. Today, parents are maybe still standing, I'm not sure. But the good news is, I'm a great-grandfather as of today. I have a granddaughter, and baby girl, a baby boy.
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Y'all hear that, right? All right. Not only was he just giving out medals of freedom to George Soros and Hillary Clinton and the entire
New world order.
all right, pardoning his son, all right, for doing things that would have got him locked up for the 94 crime bill.
New world order.
Yeah, houses are burning to the ground in Los Angeles, but good news, I'm a great grandfather. Oh. I guess that's an appropriate time to talk about this. Hey, Joe, the city of LA is on fire. All right, it's going to cost us billions of dollars, about $88 billion the last amount of money you sent to Ukraine, all right? And why live in California if they're going to tax you and your city's going to burn down? They're going to tax you into, bruh, who cares that you were a great-grandfather today? All right, people are dying and losing their houses and property right here. This guy's a clown, bro. They don't care. They're like, how's 750 for you? I'm a great-grandfather. And look at Gavin Newsom. Oh, what a just, oh, why I oughta. All right, this is crazy. All right, oh my goodness, Joe. Who hired this guy? Who voted for him? We got to do Biden. I told you to do Biden. This ninja is like, get me out of here, bruh. I'm done. Don't ask me for shit. All right, anyway, that's crazy. Well, Donald Trump said this about 4 months ago. I remember this, and he was talking about, he was very critical about California and the fact that he believes he can clean up the California problem in the forest. And he's saying intentionally, maybe they're not trying to help the Californians. They want it to burn.
And you have so much water, and all those fields that are right now barren, the farmers would have all the water they needed. And you could revert water up into the hills where you have all the dead forests, where the forests are so brittle. Because no place is like California. I go to Austria. The head of Austria tells me, you know, we have trees that are much more flammable than what you have in California. We never have forest fires because they maintain their forests. And you have all that water that could be used to, as water, what they call water flow, where the where the land would be damp. And you'd stop many of these horrible fires that are costing billions and billions of dollars by the federal government, etc. So one thing I'm going to do for California, vote for me, California. I'm going to give you safety. I'm going to give you a great border. And I'm going to give you more water than almost anybody has. And the farmers up north are going to be able to use 100% of their land, not 1% of their land. And
okay, Donald Trump out there for vote for Trump,
look at
California.
My African American over
They
here.
won't do it.
Look at him.
They voting for this guy.
Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking
All right,
about?
he tried to warn you. That was 4 months ago. He tried to warn Californians, and Californians clearly didn't listen. All right, they wanted nothing to do with it. And if you didn't know, Los Angeles has the disgraced mayor right now. You guys saw the disgraced mayor of Los Angeles right there. There he is right there. You saw the disgraced governor of California right here. All right, these people are incompetent, lazy competent, as they say in Francais. All right, look at this. But what about the fire chief of Los Angeles? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
Yes, this is the first gay LGBTQ fire chief of Los Angeles. Oh, my goodness, man. I'm going to tell you, what in the world is this?
What the hell? Oh, my God. No way.
All right. Yeah, this is what y'all taxpayers is paying for right there. There you go right there. See, instead of worried about, real shit, we worried about DEI. You know what I mean? Trying to get people in position. A black female mayor, gay fire chief, female Lily Lint Liquor. All right, there you go right there. Look at that chin. All right, goodness. There it is right there. Kristen Crowley. Egg on her face this morning right now.
New world order.
All right, California. I'm glad I got out of California. California, per se. California's a joke. All right, good Lord have mercy. They're coming after me, by the way. What a joke. The whole city's on fire. The whole county at this particular point. And it happens all the time. Is it a cash grab? Is this on purpose?
New world order.
All right, that's crazy. You see that chin on that one? That is a sergeant's. Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
I bet you she can pitch a fast softball, too. Right down the alley. All right. Last part on Doom and Gloom CGA. Apparently, Donald Trump is getting serious out here. Donald Trump is getting serious about this Canada thing. I guess we need to, this is some bullying tactics. I love it, man. Big boy talk around here. We got big boy grown man talk around this channel. All right, we got you guys getting mature on this channel, but Donald Trump is really taking this Canada thing kind of serious. All right, let's see what he's talking about here, relationship to taking over Canada.
Mr. President, if we were to work under the assumption that you're serious about making Canada a 51st state of the United States. The leader of the Conservative Party in Canada said, under no circumstance will it ever be the 51st state.
Maybe he won't win, but maybe he will. I don't.
Points, you had suggested.
Listen, I don't care what he says.
But Sir, real fast, you said you were considering military force to acquire Panama and Greenland. Are you also considering military force to annex and acquire Canada?
No. Economic force.
Oh, no.
Because Canada and the United States, that would really be something. You get rid of that artificially drawn line.
Oh, no.
And you take a look at what that looks like. And it would also be much better for national security. Don't forget, we basically protect Canada.
Oh.
But here's the problem with Canada.
Oh.
So many friends up there. I love the Canadian people. They're great. But we're spending hundreds of billions a year to protect it. We're spending hundreds of billions a year to take care of Canada. We lose in trade deficits. We're losing massive. We don't need their cars. You know, they make 20% of our cars. We don't need that. I'd rather make them in Detroit.
Hey,
we don't
Detroit.
need the cars. We don't need their lumber. We have massive fields of lumber. We don't need their lumber.
Well, in California, it's burning up.
We have to unrestrict them because stupid people put, restrictions on, but I can do that with an executive order.
Oh.
We don't need anything they have. We don't need their dairy products. We have more than they have. We don't need anything. So why are we losing $200 billion a year and more to protect Canada? And I said that to, as I called him, Governor Trudeau. I said, listen, what would happen if we didn't subsidize you, if we didn't, because we give them a lot of money. We help them. As an example, we're buying icebreakers, and Canada wants to join us in the buying of icebreakers.
Oh, man, Donald Trump, chill on Canada, man. You, listen, they got the maple syrup, all right? Donald Trump, man, hey, Canada, this is bullying at this point. This is piling on. I feel bad for the Canadians, all right? Even the people in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Lazy compétent. All right, chill, man. They already know you just bullying them at this point. They're not going to become the 51st state, but you literally just backhand pimp slapping them at this point. All right, but, actually, Canada would be a great addition to the United States of America. All right, I mean, but I love this big boy talk right here. This is big boy talk. All right, he told Governor Trudeau. He said Governor Trudeau. All right, but hey, why not make Canada the 51st state? I mean, what do they have? What is their purpose at this point? Like, what is Canadians' purpose? They could do something. We could actually help them, right? I mean, we can add Brett Hitman to the Hart to the United States Hall of Fame. I mean, everybody in Edmonton and Calgary running game up there. I mean, I guess, what do we need them for? It's not going to happen, but, he's talked about the Gulf of America from Gulf of Mexico. Greenland is shuffling right now. All right, they're asking the Danish to help out. The Danish is like, nope. All right, we don't want nothing to do with it. I don't know, man. Everybody's scrambling and scraping for shit. All right, but, Donald Trump with the big boy talk out here, pissing on Canada. All right. All right, we can ill afford right now. I guess they got oil and water. We could use that. California could use some water. All right, we could get those right there. And then we'll be one step closer to Alaska. All right, it wouldn't be so far away. It would be actually in the country. I guess there's some purposes there. Let's settle it over hockey. I guess that's the way to do it. That's Doom and Gloom CGA. All right, Doom and Gloom CGA. All right. We'd be that much closer to Greenland, too. And it would actually make those, the way we travel, all right? You don't have to go through the Panama Canal. I guess we're taking that over, too. China owns it, apparently. I'm learning some new stuff here. All right, but our shipping cargo would actually be better if we have Greenland, Canada, and the U.S. Why not? And we got some Canadian flatbacks out there, eh? They don't paint their toenails. And I heard they have hairy armpits down there. Shout out to everybody over in Vancouver. I dated a Canadian chick one time. She didn't have hairy armpits, and boy, was she a freak. All right, shout out to the Dino Bravo. Right, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. All right, anyway, enough about that. What a mess already. We'll see what happens. Maybe Donald Trump will annex Canada. All right. Anyway, we didn't have that on our fucking bingo card. But Canada is getting trolled right now. And he got that guy bumped out of office just like that. We got our brother here, and it is Kayleigh. All right, Kayleigh. All right, Kayleigh says, what's up, coach? If you haven't heard, Jessica Alba and her husband are splitting after 16 years of marriage. She still looks good in her 40s. Would you clap her cheeks? Of course I would, Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba. I thought she was dating. Wait, that's Jessica Biel. Always get her mixed up. Jessica Alba is a cutie. I don't know what she looks like now, but I think, yeah, I'd have her. All right, shout out to Jahari. Says, the show yesterday was amazing, coach. Fuck them niggas. All right, don't say nothing else. For real, bruh. They don't want it. You don't want it. And it's there. They can watch it for free, and they still won't. All right, because they want to be healed. All right, they want some trauma bonding. Anyway, divorce is in the air. Shout out to our brother A-Man Nofis. He says, for YNs, what's predictable is predictable. Yes, indeed. For YNs, what's predictable is predictable. And, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. All right. Yes, you got to get it out of your comfort zone. Dustin Hedrick says, coach, cooking this morning. Shout out to you, and that's a co-sponsorship. Appreciate you, man. We cooking. I'm rich, bitch. And we already warned the Mitches that it is Mitch cooking season out here. We got Canadian bacon. We got Canadian bacon on, so Mitches is gonna get cooked. All right, from here on out for sure. And they fun to cook. J Flo, Karen Bass, the LA mayor, Scientologist. Is she a Scientologist? I didn't know that. Well,
New world order.
He said Scientologists don't work the same. Be careful what you wish for, because you might vote for your own demise. Come to death row. Karen Bass. All right. I didn't realize she was a Scientologist. All right. It's all making sense. It's all making sense. There she is right there. And look at her. She's skedaddling. Oh, and there's her little, wait a minute. Is that a female? That's her little assistant right there. That's her little assistant. You put the, I'm telling you, man. Listen, I'm going to say something, and people are going to call it misogynist and possibly racist. But the last thing I ever want to see is black women running shit. Unless I'm on a hospital gurney. Okay? Unless I'm just telling you, man. I have an avulsion. Is it an aversion? An avulsion is something different. All right, I have an aversion to black women running shit. That is almost always going to be run upside down. I'm just letting you know. Now, I don't have anything against sisters in general, but when they run shit, that shit seem to work backwards, all right? They always doing the wrong shit, all right? But if I'm on a hospital gurney, I'll listen, all right? Squeezing out my last few breaths. All right, but other than that, as soon as I see this shit, you know it's going to be clown show. Clown fucking show, all right? I'm just telling you, man. They just don't be doing shit right. And then when they get egg on their face, the humble look on their face, all right, it's just be an absolute goofy proposition. All right, but anyway, enough about that. She got tissue stuffed up her nose. Look at him, scram. Look at him. All right, anyway, enough about that. Oh, man. They always be doing clown type shit. All right, anyway, the sisters are mad at me this morning, but I'm being honest. All right, you're not ready. You're not ready for prime time. Because here's the thing. When they're doing it, it's almost always in the absence of black men, right? Now, if white women are running shit, they almost always got white men near them, right? Have you noticed that? Am I not lying? I'm telling you the truth. All right, it is almost always in the, unless the black men are foot soldiers. In the case of Tiffany Henyard, in the case of Fannie Willis, they always have a black foot soldier and a guy that's the fall guy. So Tiffany Henyard had all those simp enforcers. They weren't people that she got counsel from. They were just her protector, her security. And then Fannie Willis had the simp enforcer, aka Foot Soldier, which was that other dude, the black dude that she was paying off so she could funnel the money 6 months cash, all right, from Nathan Wade. All right, but in general, when black women are running something, they're always absent of black men. The black men are nowhere near, okay? But white women, when they get into power, they always keep some simp-ass white dudes around to actually get some input, and they'll keep some simp-ass ninjas around. But when sisters are running it, they almost always eliminate black men from the whole goddamn process, which is suspect. All right, we don't need these Negroes now. All right. Intro says, bouncing back from an L. Thanks for yesterday's blue chips. Lit a fire under my ass. Shout out to you, man. Yes, let's go. Let's go, man. We doing it. NGN, did I skip you? Let me see. You had a couple of chats here. I think I skipped. Let me see it here. All right, I think I skipped a couple. NGN, it's no coincidence that modern men don't chase success as much as men in the past. People don't realize just how much less testosterone modern men have compared to men in the past. It explains why Mitches hate seeing winners brag and live a life better than them. I saw there was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he's one of these internet streamers, IRL streamers. And he's a skinny, geeky little guy. They did a testosterone test on him. I didn't see the video, but I saw kind of the title and I saw the thumbnail. And anybody know that guy's name? He kind of like Neon is his name. A geeky guy kind of guy. And his testosterone apparently was so low, they was like, he's basically a female. Let me see if I can pull it up. But men don't really, men's testosterones are low, and women's testosterone is higher than it ever been. Neon testosterone test. Now, of course, it's right here. Let me see here. Oh, here it is right here.
Okay, if I go over this,
Yeah, we're good. Chat, we're good, right? We're good. Yeah, you're good.
Cool.
You're good to go. You're good to go over.
Just because, HIPAA and all that, all the good stuff. So I'm going to pull out your test results.
Okay.
Again, I don't usually do house calls, but actually your test results are a little alarming. So normally you want to say between 500 to 1,000 nanograms per deciliter for your testosterone. You're pretty low. You're at 118.
Damn, 118. I mean, this explains a lot. It explains a lot, and it explains a lot of where we're going. You know, I mean, there's a whole greater conversation as to why this is, which I'm not going to get into. But this is where men are. This is where young men are. And, of course, people going to have, testosterone doesn't mean you're less of a man, right? Okay. All right. Go ahead and believe that shit. All right. But this is wild to be able to be that low on male testosterone. I mean, and then there's women with higher testosterone. I mean, just about higher testosterone than that. I mean, that's insane that we're having this amount of low testosterone. It explains a lot. It explains haterism and jealousy and lack of ambition and men's ability to do things physically and the kind of shape we're in and the pursuit of women and men not suitable for relationships and men not leading and women leading men. As I said, men are the new women. I said that once. I said that on back when there was censorship on Instagram, and I got flagged so hard. I got flagged so hard for saying that, and that was like 3-4 years ago. I was like, men are the new women, all right? They was like, flag. Now you can say that now on social media. But this is where we're at. Low T boys, man. These low T boys. This is why y'all struggling, man. All right? And I don't have time to tell you why it's so low. I've talked about it before, but I got a whole show to do.
New world order.
Shout out to NGN says when CGA released a video on how to get 10s for free, it will get 1 million views in a week. But when CGA does a video how to be wealthy in 10 years, it'll get 10K views in a month. Most people don't want to admit to themselves that they don't want to win. They don't want to win. And I proved that basically on the Notorious CGA channel. What will people click on? And shout out to my supporters. My supporters are part of it too. They click on things that they're interested in and they want to see me do in that. But I often will say also, the people who watch my content like that are the people who don't support me. They're not subscribed to my channel, or they don't want to see me win. Like the people that are supporters, they're going to watch all my videos. So they're like, hey, I was watching because I was supporting you. Yeah, you watched all of the videos across the board, but you didn't, you know, when it came to show certain parts, there were people in there watching that were providing, they were ready to provide negative feedback and that type of thing. Because people are, that's where men are. Men are in a situation right now where they got to watch the winners win, and it's painful. It is tough. I get it. It's tough. I didn't have this when I was younger. All right. We had MTV Cribs, and I don't think we watched so many winners win. We had the lifestyles of the rich and famous. But the winners that were winning, either we were near them or we weren't. And if we weren't near them, we didn't see people winning. We didn't have internet every day showing us that we're losers, that we're struggling. So, yeah, I get that. That has got to be a tough thing to do. Wake up every morning, realize you're a loser, you know. But most of the other stuff we got were celebrities that were winning, and we were like, oh, maybe one day I'll be in a new edition. All right. Maybe one day I'll become a rapper. Yeah, you know. It just made us try harder. You're like, all right, let me see. They're winning. All right, maybe one day I'll get drafted into the NBA. You're like 22 years old playing junior college basketball. I'm going to go D1, all right, until your dreams got crushed. But you got out there and tried because you saw people winning, whether it was real or fake, all right? It was not exactly winning as we thought. They were actually not. But we got out there like, maybe I can get out there and sing. It made you try. It made you try. Today, not so much. There's so much people out here that will show you they're winning, and then people are like, social media shouldn't show people winning. It should show people losing. It's tough. So it makes people try less. I mean, it actually demotivates people to see people win. I mean, it's a weird dichotomy. I feel bad for you guys. I don't, but I tell you. But it makes men want to give up. Oh, shucks. Another guy with a Lamborghini. All right. You're just all pat. I bet it's rented. Yeah. It's just a shame. You know, that's the world we live in today. All right. Anyway, we got our brother last couple here. The Whey Protein Savage is in the building. Blessings, coach. Caught one of your old streams for 2022 and saved me from a 304. She recently hit my phone and she is fine. Bad. Okay, there you go right there. Wait. All right, it says right there. All right, well, I don't know, man. Maybe you can fix this Urbine. Maybe you can fix this Urbine. Shout out to NG, and I bet if CGA was a woman or a trans, the NWO would have CGA working with Oprah and making a major bag, being a well, I don't want to do that, but yeah, probably so. CGA is shaming the Mitches so that poverty doesn't pain them. At least CGA tried for 7 years and gave up on the Mitches. Yeah, for sure. He gave up on us. You gave up on us. I'm like, you've been getting your ass kicked for 7 years watching my show. Yeah, I gave up on you for sure. All right. Anyway, let's get into Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. That beat is fire. I love that beat. All right, Straggle and Sniggle Theater. All right, I guess we can show Neon as Straggle and Sniggle Theater out here. This man, Neon, is struggling. All right, that's a Straggle. That's a Sniggle. And look at this nurse. This must be, is that his girlfriend?
You want to be about 500. So you're pretty low. So that low energy that you're feeling, probably, they're going off. That'll probably be why you're feeling a little fatigued. If you're feeling like low motivation, like low libido, that would
low
probably
libido?
be why.
What is that?
Low libido, low sex drive.
What the
Yeah, so this is called hypogonadism, and it's pretty common. A lot of people actually have it. It's great because, you know, your hormones are changing constantly, even like the water you drink, the soap you use.
I drink pretty good water.
That's good. It's good that you even drink water at all, because you believe so many people don't drink their water. So I'm going to give this to you.
Okay, so wait, what's the number?
So you're at 118.
And what's like the average man?
About 500.
Oh my.
And yeah. Oh my God. And there's men running around with 1,200. All right, and that's Chad and Tyrone. All right, but you would be actually shocked that I showed a video maybe a year or two ago of a group of men, and they tested them, and the guy you didn't think had high testosterone had a higher testosterone, and there were guys that you thought would have a higher testosterone and they didn't. All right, but so it is trying to figure out what is the indicator of, but low libido, low sex drive. Sometimes you're doing that. Maybe you're auto pleasuring yourself way too much. And so you have low motivation to go out to the world and participate in romantic relationships or even get sex. There are guys with extremely high testosterone. Older men. Typically, older men do have a higher testosterone, and you can see it, and it's represented in some of the things that you see. Typically, hair loss and these type of things. Could be signals of high testosterone. It could be. But, yeah, man, you know, you have guys running around like this. And, of course, you got diet, the way people are working out, their inability to work out, inability to do pull-ups and push-ups and shit like this and squats. It's a sad reality for a lot of young men. And they say right here, Gen Z has the lowest testosterone of all men ever in America. So that does explain a lot. And look at him. All right. He looking like, damn. All right. That's crazy. That was the wrong sound effect.
What that mean?
That was the right sound effect right there. Shout out to Neon. Get your testosterone up. Oh, and guys, go get your testosterone checked. It's very relatively cheap. Go do your blood test. Get your panels done for your STDs and your STIs. All right. Really take care of your health. Health should be a great motivator for 2025. It is for me because I let my health go quite a bit, all right, in pursuit of this. But, you know, as this is balancing out and stabilizing, I'm going to go back and work on my health. But get your test done, all right? Go get your test done. See where your number is. See how you can boost your testosterone. There's all kind of ways you can boost them, not just synthetically, not just artificially, but legitimately. And maybe that'll cure your haterism, all right? That'll cure your haterism. Shout out to the country boys out here. They have a guy that plays for the Detroit Lions. No, the Carolina Panthers. His name is Xavier Legette. I believe that's what his name is. And he made some reporters try some of his leftovers. What do you think his leftover food is? Here we go right here.
You're a picky eater when you eat cool.
I mean, I don't eat the bell peppers and all that extra stuff like that. So anything that's exotic, this stuff is too exotic. Bell peppers, onions, yeah, that's exotic. The cool is regular to me. I've been eating that since I came out.
So what'd you have for Christmas?
Oh, the humanity.
I bought some with me today too. It's for me.
That's what it looks like? Wait, really?
Oh, that's nasty.
Man, y'all is crazy, man.
Oh, no. Maybe that's some testosterone booster. What? Oh, hell no. Hey. Nah, what? Oh, hell no. You country ass nigga.
That's not bad, ain't it?
That not bad, ain't it? Ain't it? All right, that's my boy.
It ain't bad.
It ain't bad. Look at this country ass Bama ass ninja right here. Shout out to these Bamas, all right? Get that raccoon out there. Bell peppers and onions, Raccoon, yeah. All right. And this Bama is jacked too. Look at him. You're right. That ain't bad, ain't it? Ain't it? All right. Give me the raccoon out there.
Crazy, man. Y'all gotta try.
I don't have a spoon.
Oh, hell no. No way. Look at that little, no way. Roadkill. And she ate it too. What is that shit?
Try that. Yeah. That's not bad, ain't it?
Oh my goodness. Ninja. No way.
What the hell? Oh my God. No way. Yeah.
That raccoon. All right. Y'all want some raccoon? All right. Y'all got to go. Where are he from? Where is he from?
So how you a picky eater when you eat cool?
I mean, I don't eat the bell peppers and all that extra stuff like that. So anything that's exotic, this stuff is too exotic. Bell peppers, onions, yeah, that's exotic. The coon is regular to me.
The coon is regular to me. Oh my Lord, I don't know, man.
Oh, that's nasty.
I don't know, coon. All right, hey, there's some people in South Carolina and Alabama right now saying, "Coach, you tripping? You gotta try some of that coon." Who eats coon in here? It's got to be a high testosterone meal. All right. You might boost your testosterone. All right. Getting some raccoon. Maybe I might go down there and try some of that down there in Greenville. All right. Hell no.
I've been eating that since I came out.
So what'd you have for Christmas?
I had some coon. I bought some with me today, too. For me.
That's what it looks like?
Oh.
Oh, that's nasty.
All right. Hey, is anybody out here eat coon? You know that shit smell like. Where do you even get raccoon to eat? Don't you got to kill it on the side of the road? You just driving, you're like, oh, let me go back and pick that up. All right, but maybe it is. Maybe we missing out on something. Maybe we missing out on something. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Did you eat that cat?
All right, we got some people that eat coon out here. All right, anyway. We also got Straggle Sniggle Theater. We have a Sista that tries to run over her man's car, but it's an old school Chevy, and she finds out the hard way, cars ain't built the same. Oh, no.
I spent a year of my life for you and you would do
Jory,
this to me.
stop.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right, this is a mess. Shout out to Confunction and the Love Train going on here, all right? All night, lately. All right? All right, shout out to her. Man, she tried to run over that heavy-ass Chevy. All right, and look at this. All right, goodness, look at her. She's stuffed all up in that.
Oh, the humanity.
That romper is about 2 sizes too small. Goodness. Hey, ma'am, you need a bigger romper than that. Did you come over to seduce him? All right, what did you doing out there? Is that Joy Taylor? What is this? I mean, that's a little too tight there. I mean, you can't even breathe in there. She says, I gave you a year of my life. She tried to run that shit over. Bumper was good and gone. I think she wants to hit. She definitely wants to hit. And is that you running around here with, oh, look at this outfit. Look at this. What city is this? All right, what city is this? Look at them titties. Oh, my goodness. Them things are saggy. You know them things are knee knockers. All right, I gave you a year of my life. A year? Look at that bumper. And there probably ain't even a scratch on that goddamn Chevy. There ain't even a scratch on that Chevy. Look at her carrying the bumper away. Oh, no. Yep. Hey, man, you got to realize your shit is just fiberglass compared to what they used to make cars out of. All right, yeah, man. Look at this. And look at this little chicken nugget right here. Look at that. All right, look at her. I gave you a year of my life. I did so much for you. Yep, she definitely looking like a busted Pillsbury biscuit can. All right, for sure. That is the definition of busted Pillsbury biscuit can. I mean, geez. I gave you a year of my life. You about to get another year. Hey, if you penetrate this woman, she's going to have your baby. She's definitely going to have your baby. Be careful. All right, we got PAWGs out of control here on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. The first set of PAWGs, there we go right there. Look at these darlings. Look at these. Look at this. Let's get the... All right, there it is right there. Look at this. All that thigh meat out here. You know it's dark between them thighs. All right, let's see what this girl's talking about here. They're bragging about their abilities to do something. All right, here we go.
I don't think you can match my energy.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
My tongue literally put a man in the hospital. He almost had a heart attack.
Cat.
No, dead ass.
No,
Dead fucking ass.
She put a man in the hospital.
She put a man in the hospital over her tongue.
He just got that good head. Because I liked him that much. If I like you that much, you get that good head.
Me and the cameraman want to find out about the head.
Also, I have.
That's crazy.
Yep, there you go.
There's barbecue in there.
You sure it was the head? All right, because she seems like the type of woman that wants to climb on top. All right, she'd be like, let me get on top. Listen. All right, nah, baby, listen. I don't know how small you think you are, but you're not climbing on top of me. All right. She'd be like, let me get on top with her big ass fupa all on your chest. You're like, listen, ma'am. Yeah, I'm not a big guy. All right. So you're not about to get on top. I don't think it was the head that
There's
got
barbecue in there.
It was the climbing on top that sent him to the hospital out here. And as you can see, ninjas will hit anything, not just black men, but look at these builds. And the one in the middle can't even stand up. She holding on to the tree.
I don't think you can match my energy.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
My tongue literally put a man in the hospital. He almost had a heart attack.
Cat.
No, dead ass.
Dead ass. No,
dead fucking ass.
She put a man in the hospital.
The black girl drunker than a skunk, knee buckling.
He just got that good head. Because I liked him that much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
If I like you that much, you get that good head.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's good. All right. All three of them could probably suck a good dick. All right. I can tell you that right now. Especially this one in the red. She'll twitch the shit off and suck the black off of it. Look at these backs. All right. Look at these backs out here. Do they even realize? Big back, big back, big back, big back. All right, that's about as much accomplishment as these women have. And look at these thigh meats in between. Look at these kneecaps. All right. Oh, my goodness, man. Knock-kneed and cockeyed. Look at the, wow. All right, this is, look at this. This is a mess. Guys, these are the type of girls y'all go out with. Y'all be outside and y'all try to cold approach them and they reject you. All right, and you mad at them. I was trying to. All right, we got some PAWGs here. The PAWGs, a couple of other PAWGs out here describing some of the nasty things they were able to accomplish here. Take a look at this right here. All right, this one in the white makes the one in the blue look small. All right, but let's see what these women have to talk about.
The weirdest thing a guy could be into, like it's anything besides feet. Don't say feet.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't really think it's weird, but a lot of guys like their say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you've done that before?
Never.
All right, don't even say.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely happening.
Oh.
It's definitely happening. It's definitely getting ate. No, like
So the guy.
like say. Oh no, yeah, no, I'll eat their period. It is. I'm not eating. Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing a guy could?
Oh, the humanity.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, brothers, y'all always be like, I wouldn't even hit, coach. And there they are right there. They all out there tossing salad. And trust me, them PAWGs love to toss a salad, all right? They love to toss a salad. So the nasty one in the middle love to. And, of course, the one with the plain canvas, the plain face, no eyelashes, no makeup. You know she the nasty girl. She been a nasty girl. I'm surprised the girl in the white don't eat booty chips. All right? And, look, there's a brother right here. White shirt, fine as fuck. All right, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet it's a black guy? How much you want to bet? We'll put a bet up right now. I guarantee you it's a black guy. All right, so let me go ahead and click here. We'll go to his profile. Let's go to his profile. I don't want to out him. And confirmed. Confirmed. It's a nigga. All right. 100%. And there he is right there. Oh, he has a girlfriend. That's a PAWG too. Oh, he has children. We won't put his children out. All right, but there it is. Confirmed. And then just go ninja. All right, that's what they gonna do. There he is. Boy, that brother.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir.
All right, starving. All right, so you know he was starving. He looking for the app. All right, it's always gonna be a ninja. And 12,000 likes. Yes, indeed. All right. I mean, fine as fuck. I mean, that's a stretch. All right. Fine as fuck is a stretch. Fine as fuck is a stretch. Is she cute? All right, with some makeup and some hair. I mean, she ain't bad looking, but fine as fuck is really a stretch. I mean, this is terrible.
Be into like it's anything besides feet. Don't say feet.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't really think it's weird, but a lot of guys like their say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you've done that before?
Oh, she said that's gay.
Never.
She said never. Look at that. All right, and the other girl, look at her. She's the nasty blonde in the middle. You know she has. You know she nasty. Look at her. Yep. Them drunk Kayleighs right here. Speaking of Kayleigh.
Hi, my name is Kayleigh. I'm a blonde. I have no tips. I make boys fall in love with me. They always throwing fits. I like being single. No, I've never been cuffed. These boys want a relationship, but I'm just trying to fuck.
Yep. There it is right there. So Kayleigh nasty. All right. Kayleigh be nasty. Herpes on her lips too. Okay.
All right, don't even say it's definitely happening.
Oh, jeez, man. Hey, there y'all go right there. If y'all want it, it's there. She said it's definitely happening. Look at that chicken McNugget. Look at that chicken McNugget right here. She said it's definitely happening. All right, over a whole case of Mountain Dew, beef jerky, and Funyun rings. You know you're going to have a whole Funyun ring crumbs in the bed when she get home. All right, 100%. She said it's definitely happened. I'm doing it. Oh, there is a person that wants to comment on this one right here. That's for sure. He's like,
do you ran into the right folks?
What's your type? You like black, white?
I like white girls more better.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially the thick time.
That's what I'm talking about. Snow bunny.
Yeah. In other words, PAWG.
PAWG. That's what I like. Yeah. Hey, say that bit again. Say it one more time, but say it slow.
PAWG. PAWG. Fat ass white girls.
That's what I'm talking about.
What you like, bro?
Yeah.
I like fat ass white girls, the thick time.
Ooh,
the curvy types.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Okay.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. She's fall, fat ass white girl.
Fat ass white girl.
Shit, I got, but I know
what I'm talking about.
Yep, that's why we like fat ass white girls right here. She said it's going down.
It's definitely happening.
It's happening. We doing it.
It's definitely getting ate. No, like
a guy.
Say. Oh no, yeah, no, I'll eat their period.
Yeah, she eating it too. So there y'all go right there. Just it. Look at that right there. Boy, she looking like the earthquake. The Canadian earthquake. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, this is crazy, man. Good luck out here, brothers. All right, and there he is right there.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother. All right, there he is. I called him Pookie. Pookie in the flesh. Oh, that's it. All right, I guess.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
All right, man, you guys are nasty out here, man. This world is disgusting. All right, what happened to Marital Missionary? She'll let me sit on her face, too. All right, I bet you she would. She probably does. All right, let me check on some support. I appreciate the support early on in the show. You guys are great. I appreciate you, man. And let's get in here. We got some other brothers that we need to acknowledge. And it is not on that channel. I got to sign in. Bear with me. Bear with me. Give me a second here. I'm refreshing the screen. Shout out to our brother Brandon Beach. Happy New Year, coach. He says, just wanted to get your insight on making a big move across country. This is my first one that I'm making on my own, and just wondering what are the best ways to have the path of least resistance to moving. Well, if you do want to actually move and want to save some cost potentially, like the first path of moving is actually getting your stuff to where you're going. Sometimes getting rid of a lot of stuff may be helpful in your first move cross country, but it does catch up because you're getting rid of stuff to minimize the move and the cost. But it's stuff that you're going to need and maybe wish you did keep. But if you're just hell-bent on making the move and you want to cheapen it up, just start getting rid of stuff, selling it, and maybe you'll accumulate it later. if you want to actually save cost on the move, consider doing the U-Pack, all right, where you pack a truck trailer or something like that. Shout out to Mr. By the Mile who works for the U-Pack company. You can actually pack a trailer, pack your stuff up there, and they'll pick up the trailer and bring it to you as opposed to hiring movers. That's obviously going to make your cost a little bit more. Okay. You can get some family and some friends, give them some beers, pick up some Mexicans at the U-Haul station. All right. And then pack up the U-Pack. And then you can go ahead and get to where you're going. I actually sold my car and everything on my first cross-country move. So I got rid of everything, even my car. And I picked up a new car where I was at. So that was my first cross-country move. I just got rid of everything and then got over there because I was like, I need to be able to, get over there as light as possible. But, it did catch up because I had to buy a lot of that stuff back, all right, eventually. And, some people don't want to do that. That's what prevents people from moving. They don't want to get rid of their stuff. All right, now I got all this stuff. All right, sometimes you just need to move and get a great start over. Just start over. But those are some things that I would tell you. Then when you get to where you're going, you know what I mean? Stay locked in because you got to start recovering from the cost of move. Never underestimate moving because it is a great tax and toll on you. It's a mental toll, it's a physical toll, and it's also a financial toll on you for moving. And it takes quite a long time to adjust. So don't think it's going to be easy either way. But if you have good people, if you have good people where you're going or good people where you're leaving, it could make the move a little bit better. But it's tough. All right, I've moved cross country several times, and it's tough. I moved from the Midwest to California, from California to Louisiana back to California, but Northern California, then Northern California to Southern California to Utah, Utah to New York back to New Mexico, New York to New Mexico to California. All right, so I've done a couple of these zigzag moves. I think I might have skipped one, but yeah, they're not easy at all. So it does take a toll on you, but I've loved every single one of my moves. I don't want to move no more, but oh, and I forgot, California to Nevada. It's not cross country, but it is a move. California to Nevada. But all of my moves have been positive. So I wish you luck on that one, but consider some of those things. Maybe you have to get rid of stuff, lighten the load just to get you to where you need to go to start forward. But maybe you don't do it. Maybe you keep that stuff, and it's an easier transition to keep the stuff. Yeah, moving is not easy. But I'm going to tell you, if I didn't make those moves, I would have been probably stuck and stagnant. Where we at? We got our brother, Mr. Inquisitive CGA. I told you I wasn't going to let you down. He says, remember I said that I was meeting up with my ex after a year to get my equipment back. I got my gear back and I didn't sleep with her, even though she definitely tried and she definitely dropped them tears, but I didn't engage. Thank you for your game. Shout out to you. And that's a co-sponsorship. Yes.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah, somebody said pack light. Great info. Pack light. All right, be ready to move. And by the way, Mr. Inquisitive had to go get his gear back. That's what you really wanted back. And he went to go get gear back that was impossible for him to replace. And he's feeling good. So he sponsored and co-sponsored today's show. Congratulations. She wanted you to dick her down. Oh, he said you lying. Somebody said you're lying. You gave her the pipe. All right. Anyway. So they saying you lying, Mr. Inquisitive, in the comments. All right. They don't believe you, sir. They don't believe you. You need more people. All right. Anyway. Shout out to no government name. CGA been bird feeding these low testosterone Mitches, yet they still choking on the food. While CGA is working on doing his yacht reveal in 2027 to inspire men. The NWO's end goal is to have everyone live in 15-minute cities, easily controlled like cattle. Don't say CGA didn't warn you. That is a fact. That is a fact of life right now.
New world order.
And didn't you notice what happened in New York? When I was in New York, I saw this going up. All right, I saw this starting to change. The lanes started to change and shit, and they started to put up postings talking about there's a lane that you can drive in, but you had to pay for the lane. I guess now it's official. In New York City, there's like an express lane that you have to pay $9 a day to drive in, to come in and out of the city. Now, I don't know. Like, that is insanity. Like, just think of the cost. Again, when I told you yesterday, you're going to have to make a certain amount of dollars in the next 5 years or you shit out of luck, you stuck in the city now. Yeah, congestion zone. They charging people to drive. All right, you're like, what the fuck? And when I was in New York, that was in 2024 or 2023. I can't remember. I think it was 2024. They had that lane, and it was just like they literally got rid of that lane. That was an extra lane you could drive in. So that was a congestion lane. The other lanes was packed, all right? And nobody was driving in the other lane, all right? And I was like, ooh, that's going to be a mess. That's going to be a fucking mess. I was like, yo. So somebody said UK has had this. All right, hold on for a second. What the fuck is somebody doing here? Oh, no, we can't do that. All right. All right. Oh, all right. She got clipped. All right. She got clipped. All right. Look, you can't be up in here. Hey, do not say wrong on my fucking channel. All right. You make the correction. Just make the correction. All right. Don't come in here with that bullshit. She got clipped. Wrong. Hey, you say that in my chat, you get fucking sniped. Right? Somebody said that's not right. Yeah. Make the correction. Correct us. All right. But when I was in there, what is it? So you're going to be what? All right. You hold on for a second. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. $9 toll right here. Congestion price advocate attacks the New York subway station. All right, the subway station. Right here, New York City restaurants. Here we go right here. Where we at right here. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. It says right here, U.S. city, New York, most expensive U.S. city to drive after. $9 congestion toll right here. Okay. All right. What are we talking about right here? Look, they literally was saying I was wrong. All right. Hold up. Hey, there's rules in our chat. You motherfuckers say wrong. Coach, you're wrong. All right. You're going to get fucking deleted. All right. You basically make the correction. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right. Don't just say wrong. You're going to get, hey, ladies, and those were two women that did it. Ladies, read the stream. You guys have no class. All right. Women have no class. Men have no class. I do so much time correcting these men. I ain't letting no woman come in here low class behavior. All right. We don't do that shit around here. But motherfuckers saying I'm wrong. There's a congestion relief sign right here. It says congestion relief zone. Car toll. This is what I was just fucking describing. Am I tripping? Was I not just describing this? Oh, there's an ad right there. All right, hold on for a second. All right, hold on for a second. January 6, 2025, I was just describing this right here before these motherfucking cocksucking women start coming in here saying I was wrong. All right. Look, man. Hey, man, CGA is not wrong very often. I'm going to just let you know. I'm not wrong very often. I might not be 100% right, but Jesus. All right, have some class. This is a highly ran decorum stream. All right, NYC, now most expensive U.S. city to drive into after $9 congestion tolls up driver's cost to $27. I literally was describing this right here. with the introduction of congestion pricing, which I said when I was in New York, I saw these signs going up already. They had this lane already laned out in the city, in Manhattan. I saw this in Manhattan. I literally saw it. Mitches is saying I was wrong. All right, but it says right here, New York City has, it says, this is to enter Manhattan. Y'all talking about the subway. That's more than double the $10 maximum charge to enter San Francisco right here. In New York City, it now costs drivers on 2-axle cars between $9 and $20 with an easy pass and $13.50 to $27 without the pass to enter or drive into the congestion zone right here on the map. All right, these are the maps right here. So we were saying, if you live in a city, you literally cooked, all right? You literally cooked. You stuck. All right, because you're thinking, let me move out of the city. Okay, but what if you work in the city? You literally got to pay to drive up back in the motherfucker, in the congestion zone. By the way, the congestion zones are in all of the Manhattan areas. As you can see, look at the map. Look at the map. These are Manhattan areas right here. These are right here. There's the bridge, the Lincoln Tunnel. Oh, there's the Holland Tunnel right here. There's the Holland Tunnel. You have to pay a toll. She said you have to pay a toll, but that's what I said. You have to pay a toll. Well, what is the problem? What is the problem with the misunderstanding of what I said? Do y'all be half listening? People be half listening to me and then get half the details and then be like, y'all, that's wrong. What detail did I miss? What did I miss that was wrong? All right. I'm literally confused. I'm thoroughly confused. I described that when you're in the city or going into the city, there's a toll. What is the problem here? All right, but look at this right there. That is crazy. All right, so say you work in the city, but you want to live on the outside. How much is it going to cost you each time to come back into the city? That is crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, there's Manhattan for you there. All right, but a lot of people don't live in Manhattan. They just work in Manhattan. I would assume they just live in Manhattan. They don't work there. I'm sorry, they work there. They don't live there. What if you just want to go into the city? I'm going to just go into the city. $27? All right, but yo, anyway. So I guess you're going to be on the subway. Just go to, yeah. I'm not riding a bike in New York City. All right, that's suicide. Or self-deletion. I can't say that. That's self-deletion. You just got to pay the toll. All right, I don't know, man. I'm not driving no bike in Manhattan. You ever see Manhattan traffic? I'd rather drive a bike in Brazil than Manhattan. I'm not driving no bike. I guess you're going to have to get a scooter. But even all of those people that walk on the streets. So you're going to have to figure out a way to get around. You're going to have to use the subway. So that's going to force you to use the subway and the trains, I guess. I don't know. Listen, I don't have it figured out. But that is actually crazy to me. I don't know. That's insane. So the trains are already crowded. So what are you going to do? I get you're not driving in. That's definitely the case there. All right, you're not driving in. You're not parking a car. So that just prevents people from driving. That just forces you not to drive. As I said yesterday, you'll own nothing and like it. Shout out to everybody in New York. All right, I'm trying to give y'all details. I don't know. I'm trying to help you. But I don't think people can afford that. That's just my point. He said, Coach said lane is a zone. Okay. All right. So there you go. Right there. I don't know. All right. Catfish says we need to combine all three countries, Canada, U.S., Mexico, and rename it Cum Nation right there. The Cum Nations.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
Yeah, man. All right. Shout out to y'all out there. All right, JC says Donald Trump using raw booty warrior tactics. He said we can do it The easy way or the hard way, the choice is yours. And don't mess with Trump because he'll do it. Ken Rose is in the building with the thumbs up. Appreciate you. And we got Justin O, coach, you grilling today. And so is Callie. But for real, everyone near LA, be safe. My you-know-who friends called me and said, Justin, you were right. I should have left years ago. Let me tell you about
New world order.
Californian people always thinking about leaving. As a matter of fact, California is going to have a negative. California's population is going to decline over the next 30 years. And it's going to be lower than it is today in 30 years. And this is by design because I don't think they want all of these people there. By the way, most people in California don't need to be there anyway. All right, they're not hustling. You guys are dead weight anyway. So they're trying to make it more so that you can't live there so they can enjoy California. But the fact is, for sure, most Californians always thinking about leaving, but most of the time they can't because, you know, there's no other area like Southern California with the women, weed, and the weather. There's only one Los Angeles or one Southern California. There's no other place that duplicates it. Trust me, people have tried. The weather is just fantastic. It's almost perfect. It's not humid, although the humidity is rising up there. The cost of living is insane. But when people from Southern California leave Southern California for somewhere greener pastures, they find that the weather is unbearable, right? They can't handle the weather. The people are different. People are uglier. Okay, and it just doesn't have the social scene of Southern California. So they end up being more pitiful somewhere else. Miami is quite different in terms of climate. Although it is warmer, just as warm as California, the humidity is unbearable for Californians. Yep, the AKA the sun tax. California has less humidity. They don't have bugs, alligators, and shit like that. They got Crips and Bloods and shit like that. So the climate in Southern California is almost paradise. All right, it's cool. Like Miami doesn't cool down. It's hot whether it's raining or not. In California, it cools down. The sun goes down and it cools down to 60 degrees. If the sun's extra hot, it's 85 degrees. If it's not extra hot, it's 73 degrees. It's perfect. So when you leave California looking for that climate, it only exists in Southern California. All right, San Diego. Imagine there's no San Diego in the United States other than San Diego. But there's a lot of other things. So when people go to venture to go find that somewhere else, and they're like, I can live cheaper in Las Vegas. When they go to Las Vegas, it's windy. It's fucking hot in the summer. It's Las Vegas. It's dry. It's ugly. But then people are upset about that. Anyway. Oh, he's saying Jason Whitlock is talk. All right. Shout out to Jason Whitlock. Last one. Kevin G says, it's your favorite Kenyan American out here. I no longer am blaming these bitches for society's downfall, coach. You've shown too much evidence between foot soldiers, Beta Brads, Penguins, and Larrys. He says they're the ones ruining the world. Boss up, ninjas. It's time.
Yeah, boss up, nigga.
All right, it's time. It's time to realize that weak men are ruining our world around us. All right, and they're allowing the women to do what they need to do. The weak men example, Emmanuel Acho or Acho. Emmanuel Acho got caught. Hand in the fucking cookie jar. All right, that's an example of the type of men that are allowing the chaos to go along, all for some punani. Crime and Law CGA. Any other women out here want to tell me I'm wrong? All right, I got some time for you bitches too. All right, y'all got some smoke? Have some class. I'm the host of this show. Crime and Law CGA. I'm almost feeling better too. All right, Crime and Law CGA, we have a woman out here, shocking, Virginia, a NICU nurse. They call it a NICU nurse. has been charged and accused of this horrible crime here.
They want her under the jail.
Somebody's got to be held accountable.
This NICU nurse in Virginia accused of the unthinkable, going on a spree, breaking babies' bones on purpose.
I got to do something.
Hospital staff told his dad that one of his twins had a broken leg.
It was pain. That was their first emotion.
And it allegedly happened to over a half dozen babies at the same hospital, all of them with one similar trait. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. It may be easy to justify one baby breaking a bone in a neonatal intensive care unit, also known as a NICU in a hospital, but 7 babies over the course of a year or so. It's why the NICU at the Henrico Doctors Hospital in Richmond, Virginia, is shut down right now. In 2023, the hospital started noticing, quote, unexplainable fractures amongst their newborn babies. Dominique Hackey was one of the first parents to come forward after one of his twin boys suffered an unexplainable tibia fracture. It would take a year for him and his family to realize that they wouldn't be the only family going through the same thing. They want her under the jail.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's got to be held accountable.
Oh.
This NICU.
All right, so let's go. This is the individual right here. All right. A black man's dream. Black man's dream right there. Boy, does she look like she stinks. All right. Look at it. She look all sweaty. All right. Look at this thing right here. All right, so man, intentionally breaking the bones of newborn babies. What an evil person, man. There are some, every now and then, a neonatal nurse will be out there crashing out. There have been nurses that have been deleting babies and intentionally smothering them for some unexplained reason. They go on these tirades and children are vulnerable. These people can't even protect themselves. And they're going in there to intentionally do that and inflict harm and damage. I don't know if she's going to be tried on this one, but I don't know if there's a prison for her. All right. For this type of pain that they're inflicting on children. That's terrible. Terrible, man. What is that? What is this right here? She definitely be chawing on Mountain Dew and beef jerky all day long. Look at that. Look at that thing right there. That's terrible. We'll follow up on if she goes to trial. Her name, let's mention her name. Erin Strotman is her name. Let's get a little bit more details on Erin. Erin, is it Stroman or Strotman? Maybe it's Strotman or Stroman. Oh, here's the nurse. Oh, it's Erin Stroman. All right, so we do have more information right here. Virginia. Do they have some information? Okay, nope, same thing. They just have a picture of her. Breaking bones in the bot. Man, that is terrible. Eric Stroman. She looks like Braun Strowman's daughter there, I suppose. Yep, there's not much news on her. Maybe it is Strotman because Strowman news is not coming up. I would assume. Oh, yeah, it's Strotman. Okay, we got some information on her right here. Who she is, everything you need to know. Oh my goodness, boy, did she gain some weight. All right, goodness gracious, that's her graduating. Is she from Pennsylvania originally? I'm not sure. Man, she is packed on some pounds in recent years. All right, there she is right there. She's from Chesterfield County, Virginia. She's been charged and booked malicious wounding and felony child abuse for doing what she did here last year. She faced the families in court of the babies who were left with broken bones after being treated inside the hospital where she was employed. They refused to say how many babies were abused and the specific natures of the injury right there, but they're going with dozens. And she's been a registered nurse since 2019. Look at the difference, man. Look at the difference. This is her in 2024. This is her in 2019, man. Man, she definitely packed on them pounds. All right, she been eating good, but you can tell she was going to be a big one. Look at that nose. Hey, guys, let me tell you, man, you got to look at women's features on their face. It will tell you if they're going to be a blimper. All right, It's going to tell you if they're going to be a blimper. Wide nose, blimper.
Okay, Dad. Get him, Dad.
All right, wrong sound effect. Anybody with a wide nose is going to blow up like the Goodyear blimp. All right, the next one are going to be high cheekbones. All right, high cheekbones going to be a blimper. All right, 100%. All right, this is definitely going to be the case. All right, so never, ever underestimate. Even if they're small at the time, all right, that's going to be a big one. And the last one is big-ass forehead. That's going to be a big one. All right, so just her facial features alone. Look at that forehead. All right, so these are going to be big indicators. She might be slim now, all right, but nah, you know, she going to pack on them pounds. Look at that right there. That's a big one.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, that's a big one, man. How do you even start doing something like this? How do you even start doing like this? This is crazy. And how do not people discover this faster? This tells me the hospital probably is part and parcel of some sort of cover-up. All right, and they need to be held responsible and sued. Their medical malpractice insurance is going to skyrocket. All right, for sure. All right, but they hired the wrong person. All right, we got a RICO case here by one of the favorite people here, if you're a liberal. We got Sunny Hostin. You know, that woman on The View that basically is wrong about 11 times. All right, highly emotional. She was the one who ceremoniously discovered that she's mostly European, a.k.a. white, even though she claimed to be Puerto Rican. All right, she's only 5% Tejano Indian. All right, but she's mostly white European. But she plays a black woman. She cosplays a black woman on The View. Well, she's getting her comeuppance lately and had to eat a lot of crow. And particularly, she had to go up there and say, you know, in order for the network to not get sued, read some legal statements of her being wrong. Yeah, but despite the fact that you class people in my comment section are saying that I'm wrong. All right, this woman has been wrong. All right, now, what has she got? Her husband catching the RICO? Not the husband catching the RICO. Let's take you to the story right here.
The View co-host Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud. According to a new lawsuit obtained by Page 6, the orthopedic surgeon was one of 200 defendants named in one of the biggest racketeer influence and corrupt organization cases ever filed in New York. Emmanuel was accused of federal insurance fraud and, quote, getting kickbacks by performing surgery and billing a company that insured taxi companies and Uber and Lyft drivers. According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries. The insurance firm, American Transit, was then billed in exchange for kickbacks and other compensation, which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions. Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket scattershot meritless lawsuit by a near bankrupt insurance carrier.
All right, boy, insurance again, man. I'm going to tell you, man, the biggest scam is going on right here is insurance in our country here. 200 people sued. Yeah, that sounds like a big blanket lawsuit. So I will give him that. All right. And he's innocent until proven guilty. But this is also alpha fucks, beta bucks. Look at this ninja right here. Look at Larry. I mean, what's his name? Is his name Larry? It's Manny. Emmanuel, Manny. Is he Puerto Rican too? All right, he must be Puerto Rican too. I mean, he must be European Puerto Rican. All right, but look at him, man. All right, a whole gump. And you know she orders him around like Larry. Larry do this, Manny do that, Manny shoot him. You know she be saying all that shit. Every time he's stroking her, more to the left, Manny, more to the right. All right, that's her pet. All right, that's her pet. And does he make a lot of money? I mean, well, he was making a lot of money illegally, allegedly. All right, big old beta male. All right, but he catching the RICO. Is this the Trump administration coming after them? Maybe the Department of Justice? All right, is this justice served for her Trump derangement syndrome that she's been spreading? Her propaganda, her being wrong every week on the show, having to repair legal notes. All right, legal notes by Sunny Hostin. All right, Handy Manny caught the RICO. All right, my goodness, man. Boy, Sunny Hostin is the most corrupt individual out here at this point. All right, she's been hiding something. She didn't even have Joe Biden to pardon him. Is this a federal case? All right, it is. I think, is Rico federal? Yep, he's cooked. It's the Biden administration that got him? Oh, damn.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, shout out to, oh, wrong picture right there. That's something else. All right, but let's play this for Sonny Hostin right here.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, she's one of the, I mean, anybody like this woman, she's got a hateable face. All right, Trump is in the office yet? It ain't Trump yet. All right, but Trump gonna push it down her throat. All right, hopefully he don't. I wouldn't wish prison on nobody. I don't want to catch a Rico. Rico federal, man. I don't want to catch the Rico. All right, Rico, if you catch a Rico, you cook. The only one who hasn't been cooked is Murder Inc. Records and Young Thug. All right, they even got your old boy, the mafia boss. All right, the Teflon Don, they got him on the Rico, and he died in there really bad. All right, but, you know, hey, some people deserve something. I don't know what it is. Somebody say he cooked. All right, I'm telling you, I don't want the Rico. There's nothing I've been doing to get the Rico, by the way. I haven't been doing nothing to the Rico. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Young Thug got off the Rico. All right, let me see here. Is this the evil world we live in? We're getting there. All right, hang tight. This has been a good show. It's the evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, what do we got here? We got a girl that says she did something with someone, but her boyfriend doesn't know. All right, so let's play the video.
Your boyfriend looks like his dad because, I mean, that is his son. And then,
but his dad's like more, you know, mature.
And manly?
Yeah.
So you end up getting with his dad?
Yeah.
So now what'd you do if your boyfriend sees this video?
He's... No, we're not showing him. We're not showing him this. He's not.
That was crazy. Wow.
Flatback.
All right, so what's your name?
Annalise.
Oh, that's cute. So check this out. I got a question for you, all right? You got a boyfriend at all?
Yeah.
How long have you been dating for?
Like a year and a half-ish.
What's a secret your boyfriend has no clue about? And if you can tell me something crazy, I'll give you $500 in cash. But if it's not crazy, I'm walking off with your secret, all right?
I need to see the money. I need to see the money first.
Yeah, this woman will do anything for money. I'm going to tell you this right now. $500 is easy business, and look at this dye job.
You think I'll lie to you? $500 in cash. If it's crazy, but if it's not crazy, I'm walking off.
Something I've never told him?
Something he's never found out. But you get one try, so what is it?
Okay, well, his dad, his dad looks a lot like him, and one time he was like going to class, and I was still there, and I ended up like doing stuff with his dad.
Yeah.
It's barbecue in there.
All right, that's somebody's daughter. Hey, man, look, I would never do this to my son's girl unless she a skeezer. All right, unless she's a skeezer. And I don't know, maybe we could toss him up. All right, anybody can get the alley-oop. All right, but this woman is a scuzzy, scab-peeling skeezer. You can tell right here. So dad was like, this going to be an easy one, son. Let me take this off your hands. All right. And she probably was still leaking from the sun. All right, that's crazy, man. But never do this to your son unless it's really a 304. All right, which she looking like a 304 anyway. All right, but this is an easy one. All right, that's terrible.
Dad.
Wait, so
he doesn't know.
Let me get this straight. So you're saying is your boyfriend looks like his dad because, I mean, that is his son. And then,
but his dad's like more, you know, mature.
And then people always say, man, there's preying on him, grooming her. I think women like mature men. Yeah, they'll play with some Pookies and some Ray Rays and Chads. They'll play, but when they get around a man, it's over. The panties coming down, panty dropper. But this is a slut baby, 100 degrees, right? So this shouldn't be a shock. I mean, he did his son a favor, although I wouldn't tell you, man, never mess with your son's girlfriend. That's cold-blooded. All right, but he did her a favor. I mean, look at this thing here. Oompa Loompa.
And manly?
Yeah.
So you end up getting with his dad?
Yeah.
So now what'd you do if your boyfriend sees this video?
He's not going to see it. Okay, yeah, this girl got OnlyFans confirmed. I mean, yeah, typical bimbo. All right, but you can have at it. Oh, you want to see the flatbacks? All right, she did walk off with the flatbacks. Let's go check out the cakes. All right, there they are right there. Pancakes. Yeah, definitely. That's a flatback right there. That ain't even a Supreme. That definitely is Crystal Metheny. There's her $500. She's done more for $500 than that. That was the easy $500. There they go right there. Look at that right there. Okay. That definitely is a tan that comes in the tube. All right. That is tan that comes in the tube. That's the California tan right there. All right. That is in the tube right there. All right. Look at them cakes going off. Yep. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
All right. Look at that back. All right. Ninja, that looked like the screen when in high school when the teacher came in with that motherfucking film projector. And that looked like the screen pulled down. Look at that thing. All right. And she's already mic'd up, I could see. Look at them cakes. Let me take a look. Flatbacks. All right. Right down to the ankles. Pancakes. All right. Anyway, right there. Shout out to her right there. Be careful out here with your girls out here, man. These girls are clever. All right, we got this woman out here, an egg freezer. Shout out to the egg freezers out here. Ladies, any egg freezers here? All right, that's women over 32 years old. All right, what happens is, this is what happens. Let me clear this up. Egg freezers are women that typically use the art of getting your last available eggs before you start throwing the bad ones. You didn't pick your husband yet. You focused on your career. We got it.
So I could focus on my career.
But what happens is they think because they heard that science is playing God and women are start playing God that I'll just freeze my eggs. And then I'll find a guy later and then I'll have him go to the doctor's office, jerk off in a Petri dish, and we'll just fertilize eggs. And the doctors will tell him, oh, you got like 32 viable eggs. We'll just snatch them out. All right. We'll freeze them. And you don't have to worry about rushing to have kids. You can have some, spectrum kids with autism later on in your life. All right. So women are like, we don't have to settle down now. We don't have to have kids. We'll never hit the wall. We got the miracles of modern science. But the problem is what they don't tell these women is that it's kind of misleading. Number one, there's a significant cost. So by the time they pick a partner, the partner's got to be Manny, right? The partner's got to be a Manny. It's got to be a Larry. So that's why they always end up with a beta male, because they got to get the beta male to jerk off in a Petri dish and then, mix it up. And then, so the alpha guy ain't going for it. Their top pick ain't going for it. It's this guy.
And that's you.
It's this guy. So she got a Manny, you got a Larry, and then you got an egg freezer. Perfect combination. Oh, she loves me, coach. Well, what then happens is by the time they get down there to unfreeze the eggs, they realize that the doctors misled them, and this is the situation right here. So look, you got one of these people here. I don't have to settle down and have babies in my 20s. I can have babies in my 40s. I'll just freeze my eggs. Here she is. I didn't realize. So you'd already know it's going to be the victim. Here we go.
I didn't realize when you freeze your eggs, they freeze them in batches. Most fertility clinics freeze them in pairs. Yes. I only froze 7. They froze a 3 and a 4. So instead of having 7 chances, which is what I thought I have 2. So I thought the batch of 3, they fertilized, but they weren't viable beyond day 5. And so I lost. Yeah, I was devastated. So those are the conversations now that I want to have with our younger sisters in their 30s. Like, let me be clear. It's not 7 chances. Freeze like 30 eggs. If you can.
IVF cycles.
Yes.
Multiple.
Because you don't know what will happen. And freezing at 38 was late too. I didn't know that either.
That's terrible. And I think about that stuff. I mean, we were talking now about, should I even freeze my eggs? Because I'm like, I don't know, we could, maybe not. My baby's perfect. I don't know if I want another. Like, I'm like, I definitely don't want another tomorrow. They all say 35, like, go ahead and freeze them if you're going to freeze them. But to your point, it's not just a simple, like, great, it's a 3-week process. Like, it's actually an incredible commitment.
I didn't.
Gotcha, bitch.
Man, I tell you, bro, hey, without... oh, my goodness.
You big dummy.
They always think, man, look, anything to hate men, anything to go around and circumvent men. We'll do what we want. You're not circumventing men. You're circumventing God in nature. If you don't believe in God, it's nature. If you believe in nature and God, it's God. You can't circumvent God. You can't play God. You think that these people got your best interests at heart. They're finessing you. So you didn't ask the right questions. You thought you were freezing 7. You thought you were getting 7. You're only getting 2. And then both of them didn't last 5 fucking days. All right, now what? Now you got nothing. Now you got adoption. Now you got Manny dragging Manny and Larry's ass around here trying to figure out how to make this work. Okay? It's just mind-boggling that they almost always this idea that I got to figure it out and I'll just make it work. All right, and then when they get to the realization that, oh, it ain't going to be that easy. It ain't going to be that easy. Then they end up trying to blame Jermaine. And the shit is like, whose fault is that?
And it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
Then the sad part is multiple IVF cycles. Freeze 30 eggs. 30? Oh, she also said, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know I was late at 38. I mean, ma'am, who doesn't know that? Who doesn't know that there's like a 90% chance that by 38, it's too late? There's a 98% chance by 38, it's too late for natural. For starting your first birth, it's probably too late by 38 if you were just going to do a natural. For your first birth, not your last, not your second, not your fifth, for your first. That's probably too late. So who didn't tell me? Oh, maybe by 32. Okay, so yes, by 38, you don't have 30 eggs. All right? You got 7, 6, and they're probably bad at this point. They're probably at the end of the egg carton. Cracked. Then multiple. So the bottom girl chick, she has 1 baby, and she's like, oh, let's go ahead and have a second. Now, let's just do the math. You guys realize for 1 IVF cycle, you're liable to spend $90,000. All right, so you married your girl. It's late in the game. She's an egg freezer. She's in her late 30s, going into her 40s. The chances of IVF being successful is extremely low. That's what they're finding out. It's low. Like you have a very small chance of this being successful. Then with the realization that, oh, I have 7. I thought I had 7 chances. You only have 2. All right. And this is why people have multiple children, because when it's successful, they'll have twins and quintuplets and all of these things. So that's because they fertilize them in clusters. She said it. They fertilize 4. They fertilize 3. Well, if all 4 take, you got multiple babies, triplets and shit and quintuplets. So that's why that tends to happen. She thought they're going to put 1 in at a time. Nah, baby. All right, but let's give you the cost here, just so you guys know what you're dealing with. And this is what they're going to put you up against. What's wrong with marrying a woman in her 30s and starting a family? All right. Average cost. And I've done a stream on this one, so ladies, don't tell me I'm wrong. Let me see here. This is for you guys to do your due diligence going into this, because you're going to get hit over the head with this after you commit and marry her. You're not going to know this up front. So the average cost of an IVF is going to be between $15,000 and $30,000. Now, the reason I said 90 is because you're going to do multiple rounds, because this is 1 round. All right. This is 1 round, and it depends on where you are and all of that. There also are additional costs, which is unfreezing, unthawing eggs, right? Egg extraction is an additional cost. So most of the time, she might pay that cost of the egg extraction up front, but she might have put it on credit cards. And you might marry her and pay down that debt. So there's that cost. So you go through 1, 2, and 3 rounds. How many rounds are probably common in IVF? Most of the time, you're not going to be successful on the first round. How many rounds of IVF is average? 2 to 3 rounds. Right there. That's the average. 2 to 3 rounds. So at 20 grand, now I'm already up to 60 grand. Okay, 60 grand plus egg extraction and shit like that, plus a lot of tears and therapy. All right, and plus when your kid comes, he probably going to be MERP. All right. All right. He's probably going to be MERP. So there you go right there. That's why I said 90 grand initially. That's what you're looking at. 2 to 3 rounds, and of course, tears. All right. It's going to be mad tears because, anytime a woman's trying to get pregnant and she struggles, she's going to go through hell. Not only that, miscarriage is going to be on the menu because if it doesn't work, it's going to miscarry. So miscarriage is going to be a traumatic issue as well. All right, man, you guys don't know what you're doing. And so this woman, these women don't realize they're playing God. They're trying to circumvent the system of nature and do what they want and get their career shit proposition. This is feminism on steroids. And then they come out here and be like, I didn't realize. It should be common sense. All right. It should be common damn sense. But no, not to them.
Realize when you freeze your eggs, they freeze them in batches. Most fertility clinics freeze them in pairs. Yes. I only froze 7. They froze a 3 and a 4. So instead of having 7 chances, which is what I thought I have 2. So I thought the batch of 3, they fertilized, but they weren't viable beyond day 5. And so I was devastated. So
there's the devastated. So there's going to be the trauma related to miscarriage. Okay. And also the the hope, right? You got nothing but hope. You're like, oh, here we go. And then you're ready. She's ready to carry. She's ready to be pregnant. And she's like, we got it. We're going to do this shit. 5 days later. And I'm not trying to make this a joking matter. Y'all the ones doing this shit. I prefer to follow nature. 5 days later, clump of cells in a motherfucking napkin. And now she's in therapy. And of course, she's going to be in therapy in tears, traumatized. And what? 25 grand down the goddamn drain. 25 grand down the drain. You could have got you a whole cheap. You could have bought you a used BMW. And now you're going to be shuffling, tap dancing, trying to figure out what next. Should we do another round? Oh, here we go. 25 more grand. Let me pull it out my pocket. All right, this is what you guys are doing, playing God out here. And you guys are pissed at me. Don't be mad at me. All right, and she's going to talk to you. I just want to do it. Let's try again. I got another 25 grand right here in my pocket.
So those are the conversations now that I want to have with our younger sisters in their 30s. Like, let me be clear. It's not 7 chances. Freeze like 30 eggs.
Let's do the math, bruh. 30 fucking eggs. All right, let me just go back. I mean, listen, I guess there's 1 egg a month. All right, we're talking about 2.5 years worth of eggs. We're talking about the good eggs too. All right, because as you guys know, the eggs tend to be less viable later in life. Tend to be. So we're talking about now, they're talking about pressing into your late 20s, early 30s to pull out 2.5 years worth of eggs, 2.5 years worth of periods. All right. All right. So you got to pull out 2.5 years worth of good eggs. Where? 25, 26, 30? What age should you start scrambling eggs? All right. What age? Obviously 38's too late. She's going to say that. Obviously 32 might be too late. I mean, we're talking about for high efficiency eggs. You know what I mean? That's what we're talking about. Athletic kid eggs. Oh, I was just thinking that, Jace. Yeah, athletic kid eggs, not mathlete eggs. You're talking about the good ones and shit. Number 1 draft pick eggs, not no goddamn mathlete eggs. I mean, there's nothing wrong with mathletes. And we're talking about, high testosterone eggs. Kid's going to be something in life as eggs. All right, but, when we going to pull them out? When we going to extract those? 2.5 years worth of periods. All right, let's see here.
If you can.
From IVF cycles.
Yes, because you don't know what will happen. And freezing at 38 was late, too.
Imagine. I mean, this is... I think this is, to me, this is comical because obvious. Like, this would be obvious. But of course, you do have women that, been downloaded with so much feminism that they're like discovering this after the fact. This should not be after the fact discovery. This is common sense. Like, this is biology class 101. But they'll be like, it doesn't have to be that way. The off one chance that you'll be able to do it. Oh, I wanted to say this too. Okay. Let me see here. I'm going to give you this one right here. What percentage of IVF is successful? 55%. All right. I mean, that's a coin flip, by the way. That's a coin flip. This is women under 35 have the highest success rate. The success rate drops considerably for women over 40, considerably. Success rate for women. By the way, ladies, don't say you never knew, because Papa CGA told you, all right? Shit.
Get him, daddy.
All right, you over here telling me, no. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to warn you. All right, success rate under 35, which most of these people aren't 35 when they're doing this. They're way over 35. 55%. The success rate for 35 to 37 age is 32%. Women 38 to 39, 25%. All right. I mean, that's dismal. It's getting worse and worse. Oh, by the way, gentlemen, Larry, Manny, you're throwing 25 grand per round at this. Per round. But they got to blame somebody, all right? Oh. They got to blame somebody.
And it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
Ooh, I didn't know that either.
Cap. That's cap, y'all. How you don't know this?
That's terrible.
Yeah. She don't even know that's cap.
And I think about that stuff. I mean, we were talking now about, should I even freeze my eggs? Because I'm like, I don't know, we could, maybe not. My baby's perfect. I don't know if I want another. Like, I'm like, I definitely don't want another tomorrow. They all say 35, like, go ahead and freeze them if you're going to freeze them. But to your point, it's not just a simple, like, great, it's a 3-week process. Like, it's
no, it's not. It's worse than that.
Actually an incredible commitment.
What? Man, I'm losing faith in humanity. I'm losing faith in humanity. The more I do this, I'm just be like, are people dumb? Right. Am I the only smart one here? Am I the only one with common sense? You know what it is? People are just far too hopeful. You know what I mean? You're like, it ain't gonna be me. I ain't gonna catch HIV. You just think you're just invincible. Well, it happens to everybody else. It's gonna be the person behind me. It ain't gonna be me. All right, no, it's gonna be you. You're just as dumb and human as everybody else. Let's talk about this woman out here. She says right here, how to make your own baby DIY edition. Again, an old egg freezer, as you can see, an older woman. So she can't find a Manny or a Larry. So she's gonna teach you how to have a baby DIY edition. Do it on your own. These people don't like men. I mean, the misandry is out of control. And take a look at that neck. I mean, this is all I have to say. They really are misleading. This is the blind leading the blind. All right, but here we go.
How to get pregnant DIY edition without the help of a partner or a doctor. First, make a trip to Sprouts and get a ton of fertility supplements. Then check your expenses with your financial advisor. You need to account for rent or mortgage, child care, food and clothing, and an extra savings account. I live in California, expenses may differ. Then you're going to research a sperm bank and find a donor. One sample vial is $800 and about $200 to ship. You can expect your tank in about 2 days. Start tracking your ovulation every 3 hours until you see your first positive. 12 hours later, it's go time. Make sure you use a glove when reaching into your cryo tank to pull out your sample. Transfer your sample into your syringe and wait 15 minutes. While you're waiting, you're going to use a little bit of Pre-Seed. Treat that syringe just like a tampon and chill for 30 minutes with your legs up. When 30 minutes is ended, you're going to insert a Flex soft disc and you're good to go. Wait 14 days and take a pregnancy test or 3. And there you have it. DIY making a baby.
Straight jacket.
Gentlemen, what are we doing? Anything but have a man. Anything. We got the main event coming up, man. It's an evil
world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in. I mean, y'all thought I was the evil one. Y'all thought I was the evil one.
Straight jacket.
And I'm the good guy. I'm the anti-hero. I'm just trying to help. All right, where's the ladies? Wrong. Where are they at? All right, Super Chats, main event coming up here. We're going to get it done here. We might take you to a commercial. Shout out to our brother Jay Isaiah. What's up, coach? Just ordered the Free Agent Lifestyle book. Next week, when I get paid, I'm joining the Money Mindset. 26 years old, live with my grandma. Eviction on my record for the next 2 to 3 years, but I plan on paying my apartment back. The $5K and getting it off my credit this summer. Shout out to you making moves. Always do what's best, man. Congratulations. And keep it going. Keep it going, man. It sounds like you're headed in the right direction. Mr. Handsome. Pause. What's up, coach? It's 2025 and Ninja's still crying and complaining. Tell these clowns to take the tampon out of your ass. Pause. Then cuff your balls. Hit these Mitches with the Reverend X. Not the men get the Reverend X now. Yes, they are getting the Reverend X.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Men getting the Reverend X on my channel. I mean, that's how the tables have turned. That's how the tables have turned, man. It's 2025 out here, bruh. Everybody has all the information you need at this point. Like, no, everybody has enough information right now. And we still got people out here. I mean, you have phones in your hand with info in it. All right, it's a really interesting time. JB says, shout out to you, CGA. I love that you speak on whatever topic while being unapologetic. We need more truth in this space. We coach gang 24/7, 365. Keep stepping on toes and hurting feelings. Free agent lifestyle for life. For life. Stepping on toes and slamming Cadillac doors. All right, that's what we need. We need more truth speakers out here, and we got Donald Trump out here doing it too. And just in case you wanted to know, fuck your feelings. All right, shout out to the big boss man. D says these hope strategists and purple pillars who reproduce out of love rather than logic must understand that they are doing their seed a disservice. It's probably why the youth are struggling, especially the young men. The young men are struggling. Young men out here, do you guys have fathers? Do you guys have fathers out here? Like, do you know your father? Press 1 if you know your father. You know who your father is. A lot of you guys don't. Then press 2 if you have your father is like your hero. Press 2 if you know your father and your father's your hero. Like, he served in the military, he worked hard, press 2. Like you will probably find that not a lot of people have this situation where the father was the hero. Like, I'm going to pattern my fucking life after my dad. I'm going to be like my dad. Or was your father just like, miserable and shit? Like, he was weak. Look at all these 2s in here. Shout out to the men that have had positive men, specifically their father in their lives. Because it's needed. Okay? It's needed. Men need, I mean, I don't know why our society is really just doing dads wrong. They do dads wrong for so long. And then all of a sudden they're like, but he needed a father. He needed a man in his life. And what they'll do is they'll replace the father with any man. They'll be like, my brother can be his father. Like, bitch, do you hate the men that bad? He got uncles and brothers, and he got my dad. They can be his father. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. The father is the father, biological. And what they'll do is they'll alienate the father in the mind of the child, and then the child will write the father off, and they'll be like, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You can't alienate the kid from the dad and then expect that the dad is going to be a positive role model for the child. I mean, this is a disgrace what we're doing to people, right? It's a disgrace. And you will find that the least successful kids right now got going on right now don't got a goddamn dad, or the dad is not the hero. That's going to be a fact. But shout out to you that guys that have had fathers like that, and your father, you know, played a role in your life. My father played a role in my life as well. I live mostly primarily with my mother, but I live with my father in stints, and we have a good relationship. But you know, a lot of men don't have that at all. Don't have it at all. Some jaddies is in jail. Uh-oh. But they'll literally try to find a way. Well, they don't, but like, we don't do that to mothers. We don't be like, oh, they could have a different mom. They could have this woman be the mom. They could have my mom be the mom. Like, they literally don't do that to mothers. They do that only to fathers. They'll just like, I'll take the kid from this father and somebody else can be, hey, you, stranger, why don't you be a father to this kid? Like, you're like, what? Like that, think about how sick of a society we live in where that is preached. But like, the father wasn't around. Did you try to bring the father around? Not really. But they never do that to mothers. They never do that to women and be like, that woman could be the mother. That woman can be the mother. Fuck that other guy. All right. Fuck the other mom. The biological mom. Get her out of there. We'll just get a new mom in here. Nobody ever does that. But then they wonder what the problems are. Jay to the Lil says, once it gets hard, he says they will start trying to get child support from the donors. And there's been cases where that has happened, especially with lesbian couples. So lesbian couples that marry and they have kids through donors, they'll divorce and they'll sue the donor for child support. Even though they probably sign papers that they won't, they'll do it. The big boss man is in the building. He says these hope strategists and already got that. Shout out to the big boss man. The youth is struggling. The youth is struggling. And shout out to the deadbeat daddies out here. We're all deadbeat dads. If you're a father, you're a deadbeat ass daddy. Right? They will find a way to make you deadbeat daddy. You got to pitch a shutout. Shout out to Mr. Inquisitive says, man, fuck y'all Mitches. Hey, Larry, non-D-disciplined ninjas in the chat. You Mitch made Larry, non-D-disciplined ninjas in the chat. I just gave Coach 150 to lie. Question mark. He says, I apply his game not only in theory, but in practice. Soon as you sleep with them, you lose all leverage. I listen. Put some money up on CGA. Stop hating and start donating. Shout out to you.
I'm rich, bitch.
Mr. Inquisitive with the sponsor, co-sponsor today.
I'm rich, bitch.
Men gotta have discipline out here. Men gotta have discipline. Shout out to our brother Chris Mack. Ebony K. Williams is still an inspiration to B-dubs. LOL. All right, I'm gonna get what she said. I'm gonna get my vial of sperm. I mean, we are in a man-hating society. It's just sad. Ebony K. Williams. Did she have her baby yet? Shout out to H Everyday. Says, I only visit New York, LA, Miami, and live in Tupelo. F it. Yeah, you don't, yeah, I get that. That's true. Jaron, Cody, with the co-sponsorship for last night's stream, I sent it to my nephews. Let's go.
Boss up, nigga.
Hey, man, boss up.
Boss up, nigga.
How about that calculator? How about that calculator we showed you? How about that calculator? Because men in this whole thing with money, men will have an adversarial position when it comes to pursuing your goals and money. Money is not everything. I showed you that calculator yesterday. And there is no denying that if your income is not driving up, you're going to get crushed in the next 5 to 10 years. It's UBI for you. It's UBI. You're cooked. You're going to have an increase in income steady. You're not supposed to stay the same. You're not supposed to fucking minimalize and loud. You could actually have less liabilities. You could have less liabilities, but you're cooked. You're supposed to constantly be improving. All right, which means You got to grift. You got to do whatever you need to do to survive. But these dudes today, man, they're like, well, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make you the man. Nah, motherfucker. Women are just going to use you for the money. You need to be up. And even the ladies don't even see this coming. The majority of women don't see this coming. But here's the thing. The reason why they don't see it coming is that they technically don't need to see it coming. Their bailout is always a guy. All right, their bailout is always going to be a man. So at some particular point, they'll just be like, I'll just go get married. Men, you don't have that bailout. So you're going to be fillet of fucking fish out here, right? If you don't, or you'll own nothing, all right? You'll be like the people in New York City. You'll just rent. The problem with that is you'll be beholden to rents, which we all are. You're just going to be cooked, all right? But I'm just telling you, man. I mean, if anybody missed it, press a 1 in the chat if you missed it. I'll pull up the chart one more time. I'll pull up the chart one more time, the inflation calculator chart. Just to fucking make you guys squeal. Just to make you squeal. Because you guys are going into communism if you don't fucking make it, man. If you are not driving right now, if you're out here trying to live, you're about to get cooked. Press a 1 if you missed it. All right. And please watch the whole stream because you guys will watch a portion of it and you'll miss it. I'll just give you a quick one. I'll just give you a quick one right here. Let's go back to this one right here. All right. And I'll just give you a quick calculation. All right. We'll talk about buying power right now. And listen, if you didn't see the whole stream, do not jump in here with your but coach. Please watch the whole stream because you guys watch a little bit and then you want to come in with your objections. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it with you fucking guys. All right. I don't want to hear it with you people. Wrong. I don't want to hear it. Got to watch the whole stream. I set it up. I always set my arguments up thoroughly. There's nobody on YouTube that sets their arguments up thoroughly to prevent you jackasses with coming up here. All right. I set my argument up thoroughly. Let's look at cost buying power of your boomer parents or your boomer grandparents. What, $40K a year? There's people out here living off $40K a year now in America. All right. Like, God damn. All right. But hey, it is what it is. We all got to start somewhere. But $40K a year in 1980, your boomer parents, your boomer grandparents today is the same buying power is $162,207 a year. So when they bought their first house, they were making probably 35, 40K. That was a good salary in 1980. They were making 35 and 40K. They bought their first house, $115,000, $80,000. Okay. And they plunked it down. That same house today probably worth 500 to 800K. All right. So you can't get a $115,000 house. You can't get a $80,000 house. Okay. So what is a house? What does that house look like today for you to buy today? That's what it looks like. Okay. 162,000 in buying power. That's what you would need to live like your boomer grandparents or your boomer parents. So when even the boomers don't really realize this, so they'll be like, why aren't you buying a house? I bought a house when I was 23 and I made 40K, right? Well, you're 23 making 40K. It's not the same 40K. It is not the same 40K. So you're making 40K. Shit, you making 80K and you still struggling. You're like, and your boomer parents and your boomer grandparents are like, why? Why can't you just buy a house? Well, unless you move in the middle of the fucking desert, all right, you're not going to get a house at 200 grand. You're going to get the houses at 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth and so on. All right, but let's just do this, and I'll do this very quickly here. I'll do this quickly. Let's take it from the year 2020. Let's take it to Y2K. Let's take that same 40K. What would it be today in buying power? 75 grand. Now, this isn't the boomers' fault. Inflation is inflation. I mean, shit. It is what it is. Inflation is not going away. So you can't wish it away. You can't lower the rate away. You could just make credit. You could just become more credit worthy. But to be more credit worthy, you got to be in position to get credit. But just 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 40K, today's buying power, 74K. All right. Let's take it down to 2019. 2019, which is not that far long ago, what you think is coming back. What is 40K? Well, we'll bump it up. 50K. We'll give you the same buying power. What's 50K? 5 years later, it's 62K in buying power. Obviously, we had massive inflation and price gouging. So you're going to need to have had an increase in income to the tune of $12,000, $13,000 to safely have the same living expectations today from 5 years ago. Many people are telling you minimalize and have less liabilities and blah, blah, blah. Other people are saying, why can't I buy a house? Why can't I start a family? How come I only can afford 1 kid, 2 kids? Now, if you just take this, I'll just say what 100K is and fucking blow your mind. You want me to blow your mind? If you were a yuppie in 1980 and watch the entire stream, please, so you can understand the context. If you made 100K in 1980, today it's equivalent to $405,000 in buying power today. Okay. Right here. If you were making 100K in the 80s, and you guys knew this, you were making 100K in the 80s, you was living good. That's almost $500,000 in today's income. All right, what about 5 years ago? What about 5 years ago? But coach, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit about Trump or Biden. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing. Shut up. You need to get to it. If you was making 100K in 2019, today you would need to make 125K to keep the same standard of living or the same affordability. 100K. Now, 5 years ago, let's put that back to 10 years ago. So let's go to the year 2030. That's 150, 160K. From 2019's 100K. From 2019's 100K. That's only 5 years ago today. But fast forward that 10 years. As I said, the year 2030. You're going to need 150. So, I mean, no matter how you slice this shit, your income is going to have to go up. Your income going to have to go up. You're going to have to find a way. All right. And the way we find ways is we explore ways. All right. We explore ways to be able to do this. And you could go somewhere else with this information. You can hang with us with it, but that's what we doing. On an opportunity to be a content creator, join patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams to find the money mindset link. Let's get our blue chip mindset on. The window is still open.
New world order.
All right. The audio is off on that one. It's all good. All right. Shout out to you guys right there. Money mindset, patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams. All right. We here. Main event. Main event. The main event is here. All right, what are we doing here? We got wives with no class. All right. If you haven't seen right now, one of the problems we're having with American people is that they are less class. People have less class. What we're doing over the last couple of years and decades is we're challenging the status quo. Part of challenging the status quo is lowering the expectation of the people. Let me give you an example before we go into this, because this is important. Let me give you an example of challenging the status quo. Back in the 1980s, and not saying the status quo is perfect, but in many cases, we lived in a more civilized society, right? People had expectations on how to be. Now, some of these expectations, unfortunately, were European-centric, right? White folks kind of ran it and said, this is how you act in public, right? In Japan, when you're in Japan, Japanese people tell you how to act in public, right? If you don't act the way they want you to act, they don't care if you black, white, Puerto Rican, or Asian, they gonna pimp slap you. In America, we're like white folk situated. So their decorum kind of matters, right? What'll happen is we'll challenge it. We'll be like, well, we can act like this, all right? We can change that. So what do? We say we don't have to wear suits to work. We could dress in lower expectation. We don't have to wear polo shirts. We can have casual Fridays. We don't have to work in the office. We start challenging these status quos, right? But there's a literal decorum that had an expectation to act. But then the rebellion is we could do different. Like when Tipper and Tipper Gore and what's the guy's name? Dan Quayle, and all of them start saying family values. We expect on television certain presentations of family. If it's different than that, it's going to change and corrupt society. Murphy Brown, a single woman, working woman, pregnant. They were like, we can't have that because it's going to make people act with less class. It's going to make that the norm. If you look back, they were right. But it looked a little bit uptight. But it was led to a low-class society because we presented that, and then people started saying, well, that's okay. Same thing with cursing on records. Cursing on records was very passe and low class. People challenged that status quo. They tried to warn you with stickers. They tried to prevent it from going on. And they said, if we let this go on, guess what's going to happen? We'll have people with less class. All right. The society will be more corrupt. And we said, fuck that shit, man. These people are uptight. Guess what happened? Now cursing on records can happen any record. Country, R&B, rap. It doesn't matter. Everybody cursing. Same thing with pornography. People tried to say, we need to prevent people from watching this. Of course, people say, you're uptight. Then all of a sudden, you have prawn everywhere. You can't even see it on your Instagram, there's prawn. So when the status quo is challenged, although the status quo is not perfect, when you challenge them, what you're challenging them is to relax the standard, and then you become low class. There was a time where women wouldn't fart, belch, or curse in public. Now we see them do it all the time, all right? And we're like, oh, that's a real woman. All right, real women curse like sailors. You see what happens is you lower the class expectation of the people. Then the norm becomes dysfunctional. Same thing has happened to wives. Wives had a certain class and elegance that they needed to portray to even become a wife. All right, now women are trying to become wives and they literally have no class. All right, so that when we select them to be our wives and then something goes left, they act with no class. Then we're like, oh, what happened? Okay. Okay, what happened? Now you try to reel it back in. Now we're trying to reel back women. We're trying to reel back men. Niggas is running around with their pants below sagging their pants. Low class behavior. But low class behavior becomes the norm. Today we have wives with no class, and this is going to be wife with no class. Unfortunately, we tend to select these women because, well, that's all we have to select from. But then when we want you to act with class, you say things like, well, that's how the white people act. You guys make an excuse as to why class should not be conducted, why you should have no decorum. All right. and you'll use white people as an example to why not have it. Well, if you were in Japan, you would do the same thing the Japanese people would do. They have a class system. They have behavior expectations. It could be living in Japan. You'd have to do what they are doing there. All right, you get what I'm saying? So in this situation, you have a white wife, a black guy. Let's introduce you to them in case you don't know them. Okay, so this is DJ Twitch boss. His name is Steven Boss. He was a DJ on the Ellen DeGeneres show. All right, I have my problems with Ellen DeGeneres. She's a low-class individual too. All right, she ain't got no class. She actually led more people into being classless. I think one of the presidents targeted her and said she was low class. And she led to less, but more progressive, more open to rainbow and minorities, but less class behavior. All right, she was a problem for our society as well. Well, this guy was a DJ on the show. Well, in December of 2022, he died. Okay, he died. And he, what was said was, in his autopsy report, Steven Twitch Boss autopsy report sheds new light on his death. Okay, here's the death. 6 months after he died there, it says his autopsy provides new details. All right, so it says right here, let's go down to the autopsy. It says right here, the autopsy, why can't I say that word? It confirms that there were no drugs or alcohol found in the dancer's system at the time of his death. But they revealed that it was a self-deletion attempt. He attempted self-deletion and he was successful. At the time, his wife, Allison, let's go ahead and pull her up just so you can see who it is. His white wife, Allison, claimed that on the day he disappeared, he left the home. She chased him down the street. She went to the police department, local police department, reported that he might have been missing or might go hurt himself. They couldn't find him. He checks into a motel room and self-deletes. Her story is hella suspect. All right, because she then tried to act like she didn't know what was going on. Why would he do things? And then he mysteriously just checks into a hotel room and then he doesn't check out, like fucking Hotel California. All right. And he checked out all right, but he didn't check out of the hotel room. All right, but this is her right here. Now let's go take a deeper look at her. All right, as deep a look as we possibly want. Allison, her name is Allison Holker, did not take his last name, unfortunately. It looks like, or maybe he has a character. This is her right here. All right, so this is her while pregnant with his child, while he was still alive. And it appears that she's like Lucille Ball. She wants to be all in the videos, all in the pictures. She was dancing quite a bit on TikTok, possibly trying to pursue fame herself and possibly outshine Twitch Boss himself. So she was always trying to be up in the videos. He was known as a dancer and a DJ, primarily a dancer, but she wanted to be dancing too, Lucille Ball style. She wanted to be all the fucking entertainer herself. So she was always goddamn dancing on the video and always trying to use him to dance. So this is a person that supposedly checked out. All right, right? And he was so unhappy and she didn't know why, all right? But he was supposedly so unhappy that he had to get up out of town. Okay, so now let's take you to this part right here. Am I doing a good job of setting it up for the people who don't know? Now, since his death, people have made videos on YouTube that they think she was a suspect in the death. She has collected almost all of the things that have been, all of the death benefits, all of the residuals, all of the everything. She's collected all of that. His family has collected none of that. That's very typical of a marriage, right? Where the benefits go to the wife. They don't go to the family. They don't go to the brothers and the sisters and the mothers or any of that. It goes to the wife. So that's one of the things you have to think about when you marry. When you marry, your family is you and your wife. Your extended family no longer gets any benefits. All right. So let's take a look at this. Since his death, she has come out and said this about what she found, all right, after he died. Let's go ahead and play the video. This came out 1 day ago, so this is hot off the press. Listen to this.
He was wrestling with a lot inside himself, and he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings because he didn't want to put it on anyone. Because he loved everyone so much. He didn't want other people to take on his pain.
Allison Holker opening up about her late husband Twitch's secret struggle with drug addiction, plus the shocking discovery she made just before his funeral.
God doesn't give you things you cannot handle. I'm a firm believer in that. There was a moment I was with one of my really dear friends, and we were cleaning out the closet and picking out an outfit for him for the funeral. And it was a really triggering moment for me because there was a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed.
2 years after Twitch's shocking death, his wife Allison bearing all in a new interview with People on newsstands now.
We do a lot together. We actually do like each other. You know, we spend a lot of time together doing a lot of stuff.
I have the sweetest husband in the entire world.
The mom of 3 now revealing she found a cornucopia of substances, including pills, mushrooms, and other drugs hidden in Twitch's shoeboxes.
It's just sometimes fun, like, to have a partner in life that I can also dance with, you know? It just makes every single day so fun.
Let me stop. Let me stop this shit right here. Let me stop this. This is when I say wives with no class. What type of low class bitch do you have to be? And I'm saying that with all sincerity. To, after this guy is dead, reveal to the world a cornucopia of drugs that you found. What kind of... That is some low class. I mean, that is some low class. These people have no training. That is some low class shit. Underhanded like a motherfucker. Now, let me watch this. I'm gonna go back. Like, that is beyond evil. That is, he's dead. That's number one. Number two, there's a bunch of ways you could present this to the world. Not only that, there's a bunch of ways you could present this man to the world. He's the father of your kid. He was the stepdaughter to your mulatto daughter. All right. You could have said this man was a fucking legend. He was held in high esteem. You could have painted a mural across town. You could have done anything. You could have put out a photo book, a photo album. You could have celebrated him as a father. You could have done a whole multitude of things. But the low class thing you did is say he had a cornucopia, a stash of goddamn drugs. Now, here's the problem I have with that. This is the problem I have with that. You said he had this and he was taking on stress from other people. He wanted to be happy. He had a cornucopia of drugs. I said the autopsy said there were no drugs or alcohol in his system. Now, listen, I don't know if you know about drugs and alcohol. It remains in your system if you're an addict for quite a long time. If you know, drugs don't leave your system overnight. Neither does alcohol. And this is a man that self-deleted. But the autopsy confirmed there were no drugs, neither alcohol found in his system. Where's the cornucopia of drugs at? Because you would expect them to be in his system. Even if he stopped a week before, they would still be in his system. And if he was so much of a basehead and a dope fiend, it would be in his system. How do you get away with that? How do they let her get away with that? And put that and project that onto the world. That is low class. And it says he had no history of self-deletion attempts or any identifying with self-deletion. I don't know what happened to the guy. But that don't make sense. That don't make sense. If he had all this stash, all right, and he was just over there self-indulging, something's going to be in his system. All right, even if he quit a month ahead of time, it would still be in his system. They would have clipped his hairs. They would have found something in his system, but there's none. And this is what you put out to the world. That makes you suspect. That makes you suspect. You lying for somebody.
New world order.
You lying for somebody. That ain't no connection. All right, but you on Al Gore's internet and all over the world putting this out, trying to Nah. No way, bruh. That is unreal. You could have put anything out about this guy, but now you're going to put out what's next? He was a wife beater. He touched your kids. That is absolutely insane. And this is why I say, man, in past times, people used to let sleeping dogs lie. They used to say, okay, you know what I mean? He wasn't a perfect man, but that was my husband. We need to honor him. Today, women don't have that with your men. You're sleeping with the enemy many times. So when you go to jail, when you get divorced, when you die, these bitches out here pissing on your goddamn grave. I mean, wow. Pissing on your grave. I'm dead. I can't defend myself. Is this the image you want to put out about your husband? This is what you want to do? This is why I say these people have no class. Now, the family has responded to this, and rightly so. They are irate, right? They are irate. Twitch's brother speaks out about this. Let's see what he has to say.
Boss's brother seems to agree with those who are calling out Allison Holker after her recent claims about the late star. In posts on his Instagram story, DeAndre Rose reshares a post from dancer Courtney Ann Platt in which Courtney slammed Allison's allegations about Twitch, which she details in her upcoming memoir titled This Far, My Story of Love, Loss, and Embracing the Light. In an interview with People magazine published.
So she wrote a book, all right, and this is the book, all right? She wants to sell the book by saying he was a dope fiend, which he may have been a dope fiend. I'm not saying he wasn't a dope fiend. I said the autopsy report doesn't back that up. All right, but she wants to sell some books.
January 7th, Twitch's widow opened up about finding mushrooms, pills, and other drugs she didn't recognize hidden inside shoeboxes just days before he was laid to rest. She told the outlet, "I was with one of my really dear friends, and we were cleaning out the closet and picking out an outfit for him for the funeral. It was a really triggering moment for me because there were a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed. It was very alarming to me to learn that there was so much happening that I had no clue about."
Man, this is terrible. See, listen. This is how it was. This is how it used to work. And everybody needs a family member like this because we all have skeletons in our closet. We all are imperfect. And we all have vices. We all have things that we do that we maybe not want the public to know. There has to be a cleanup person in your life. To where when you die and everybody knows, they need to be able to go over to your house and clean up your bullshit. Whether it's drugs, whether it's you have prawn, they need to get on your computer and delete your fucking history and your cache. All right, they need to clear your goddamn history. They need to get into your prawn collection and start throwing shit in the trash. All right, they need to start getting rid of shit before everybody comes over to the house and starts mourning you, before your children comes over and starts finding out your dad liked Asian prawn. All right, you need to wipe your hard drive and get your passwords. You need to have a cleanup man. But you guys don't have any more decorum, and you don't have any teachings. You don't have any standard families. You don't know about this. You don't know about this. You need a cleanup man. In this situation, she the cleanup man. But what is she doing? She telling the world about something that's pretty irrelevant. It's clearly irrelevant. It didn't matter in his death. It wasn't an issue in the death. It wasn't an issue for her. She didn't know about it. How you didn't know that he was smoking dope and dropping mushrooms? How you don't know that? That tell me clearly about your relationship with him and your ambitions to be bigger than him, possibly some jealousy. But how you don't know that? And how you don't know to keep that shit a secret? How you don't know that? It's not for everybody to know what vices people suffer for, especially if it didn't have anything to do with the death. And to put that out there to sell a couple of books. You're going to sell 2 copies of this shit. 2 copies. Ain't nobody buying this book, especially with you trashing this man. But everybody needs a cleanup man. Everybody needs a cleanup man. But people don't have no class. They all trying to sell books and get some subscribers and shit. And then they do low class shit like this and shit on your entire life. This is absolute. She's a pathetic human being. And she's even, that's the nicest thing I could say. She probably has something to do with his deletion. She probably has something to do with it because she's hiding something.
Allison also said it was only after she began digging into her husband's secrets that she realized how much he'd been keeping to himself, including allusions in his journals that he'd been sexually abused by a male figure in his childhood.
Bruh. This is incredible. This is incredible. Nope. I didn't know that. You said his diary. Are you revealing his diary? I mean, this is incredible, bruh. Wow. Man, and dude, this is your wife. Imagine, this is your wife. And dude, this wasn't even an ex-wife. All right? I mean, I would expect the ex-wife to do this. This is gutter trash. Pure evil. Man, the family, somebody got to sue her for this, but I guess, I mean, he can't sue her. Yep, the main character syndrome. She trying to be the main character. She trying to be the one, you know, supporting the family. This is what happened to Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner's husband died, and now she had to pimp out her daughters, allegedly. So she ain't got no other thing to do. This is her Hail Mary attempt. Let's bury the dad and then try to make some money. That ain't gonna work, so you got to pimp out your children next. Wow.
Following the interview's release, a friend of Twitch's, dancer Courtney Ann Platt, posted a lengthy message about Allison's allegations, saying in part on Instagram, "This is by far the most tacky, classless, opportunistic act I have ever seen in my entire life."
Exactly, dude. And that's the words I use, classless. You guys got to realize people just don't have class anymore. People just don't have class. And we're letting far too many people become famous and get married, and they got no fucking class. That's the exact words that I said. People are tacky, classless, opportunistic, and these people are married. These are your girlfriends. These are your wives. These are your boyfriends. These are your husbands. Tacky people. We've lost class and decorum. All to chase a couple of dollars. Like, this is beyond belief. I'm flabbergasted.
Life. We all had to sign some weird NDA to attend his funeral, not to share anything or ruin his name, as if that was on anyone's mind in the first place. And here you go and write a book with all the dirty laundry smearing his name and attempting to dim the bright, loyal, loving light that was your husband, my friend. Courtney Ann adds, whether any of it is true or not is actually beside the point.
I agree. Let's say it was true. Right? It's beside the point. It didn't have anything to do with his death. It had nothing to do with your marriage because you didn't know about it. So it's beside the point. If he was indulging in some stuff, that's what it was. Same thing with him being touched by another male. It's beside the point. It doesn't matter. And we didn't need to know that. Nobody needed to know. It didn't have any effect on you in your marriage. None. And your kids. It didn't even result in his death. So why are you bringing this up to the world? Ruining this guy's name. This is amazing, man.
This smear campaign for a buck is absolutely not what he would have ever wanted. No matter how bad he was hurting, you're a living, breathing bulldozer. Stick to your own demons. Shame on you, Allison. Shame on your money-hungry team.
Facts.
Let my friend rest in peace, not your PR. When Dre reshares Courtney Ann's post, he adds the caption, "No lies told." E! News has reached out to Allison's rep for comment, but has not heard back. Over in the comments of Allison's post about her interview with People, one.
All right, so there it is right there. These are the kids. So, and look, man, for men, this is how we treat men today. We saw this in ancient Rome as well. False allegations. Daughters, false allegations against fathers. Wives, false allegations against husbands. False allegations against men. This is how you deteriorate a society, by attacking men and all of the efforts this man made to be the father of these two kids. And this daughter, the daughter here is a daughter of another man. that he became the stepdaughter of the young lady he's hugging is not his biological daughter. That's a daughter by another man. He raised her as his own. And this the motherfucking thanks he gets. Like, this is what we do to men. I mean, we allow this shit. We allow this, and it doesn't go punished. Like, these people aren't punished. And yeah, somebody said she probably drove him to depression. Facts. She probably was the main catalyst. He couldn't take it no more. He probably was like, this bitch don't respect me. She's trying to be all in the video. He was like, I'm out. And this is the thanks he gets right here. This is his last thing you want the world to remember him by. This is your wife. Tacky. Classless. And dude, you can't tell me that a lot of people don't have this issue. Men or women. A lot of women are not raised with class. So you guys are looking to make these women wives, and you're choosing them. We're all choosing them, and they're tacky. They're tacky individuals. They're classless. Not only that, they want to be the main character. Even though you're the breadwinner and shit, they still like, that don't matter. We're an equal partner. You would expect this from your worst enemy to reveal some sort of situation like this, not your wife. Not your widow. This is terrible, man. I mean, this is classless shit. I mean, it's terrible.
One commenter seems to share similar sentiment, saying, "This whole thing made me sad. He's gone. This paycheck was not worth disgracing his name." To which Allison responds, "I'll always love you. Just trying to help people feel safe to ask for help and support."
No, you're not. You're trying to make some money. This is clearly.
Can't you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke?
And not only that, let me tell you, you probably need to be investigated even further. I would say they need to reopen the case. And they need to really find out what's in that diary, because he probably has some shit in there about you if you didn't rip out the pages. I'm just saying he probably does. You probably ripped out the pages and burned it. All right, so you need to be investigated. Talking about I'm just trying to help. Well, you need to get some class. All right, you're definitely a low-class individual. All right. Man, tragic. Isn't that tragic? Talking about I just love him. No, you didn't. Right there. It says right there. Look. Boom. He just revealing what's in his private journal. How do you reveal what's in a man's private journal and he dead? And he didn't even give you the right to do that. I mean, this person is a pure garbage. He wasn't even 40 years old. That's sad. Oh, this is an indicator right here. Guys, if you know anything about body language, any person, couple that takes a picture like this gives you an insight on their entire marriage. All right. In their entire relationship. Yes, I'm going there. This right here tells everything. Anytime you have the man kissing her, hugging her, doing something, and she's not looking at him, she's looking into the camera. She's performing for the camera. She's not performing for him. She's in it for her motherfucking self. All right. So anytime you see a picture like this, you can read it. It's worth 1,000 words. She's looking into the camera and he's looking at her, or he's kissing her and she's looking into the camera. That tells you everything you need to know. All right. This is narcissistic, dark triad behavior. She didn't love him. She loved her damn self. And not only that, she probably was competing with him in the relationship, and it probably drove him crazy. If you really want to know what happened. If you really want to know what happened, that's probably what happened. Hey, that tells me what all I need to know right there. All right. Anytime you see that shit, that's exactly what's happened. Dudes do this too. All right. But, you know, anytime I see that definitely does not make me feel good about that relationship, because they should be looking at each other. All right. That should be more about them than it is about the camera and the people. But, you know, anyway, let me get to these super chats here. Yeah, she competing with him, and she look at her TikTok and all her dances. She's competing with him. All right. And we do have an issue with with the state of relationships where the men and women are competing with each other within the relationship. I find that to be very uncomfortable. You shouldn't be in a relationship competing with your spouse, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. There should be no competition between you two. Right? We're not competing against each other, but she's probably trying to compete against him the entire time. Shout out to H Everyday Coach. You remind me of one of my OGs when you were dropping the truth. He says, F the game. He says also HOV lanes were the precursor to electric cars and controlling traffic. I need a new plan to bet this system. F that middle class ish. Yeah, man, we need to find a way to get out. Find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. It says the word circus is on his jacket. All right, the Brooklyn Circus. Man, we are really challenged as men to try to find romantic partners in a world of classless people. And the women have no class. I mean, look, there's a lot of women out here. There's not a lot of ladies. There's not a lot of ladies. And I know it's tough and challenging, you know, because people want to say, what about the men? What about them? Go make a channel and talk about them. I already talk about them already. There's a lot of Mitches out here. Let's talk about you again. There's a lot of classless women out here. They have no class. They have no decorum. They don't know how to operate as a wife. They want to be married. They don't want to be wives. But we're making wives out of them, hoping for the best. But there ain't a lot of ladies out here. It's a lot of 304s, a lot of bitches, and a lot of women out here. There ain't many ladies. And if they are, they get swooped up off the marketplace really quickly. But we have normalized classless women. We've normalized it. We've given them a lot of attention. We have sex with them. We try to get relationships with them. But the ladies are out here. They gone. All right. There ain't a lot of ladies out here left. Kayleigh says, I just posted that clip on your locals. There definitely would work for a Straggle and Sniggle clip. He says, Alliance fans is shopping with his wife and kids in Target and tells he has to leave her to watch the game. I remember that clip. That was a few weeks ago. And she didn't buy, yeah. I remember that. Maybe we'll pull that up for the NFL playoffs. Playoffs? Yeah, everybody's going for the title. All right, but nobody's bringing in what they need to bring in to make a relationship successful. It's just sad. Eric Scott, great Scott, shout out to you. I Need Money says my pops was wild, but older. The older I got, the more I understood. And we need to stop making men that are sexual in nature, Rolling Stones, the bad guy. That's what men are. All right, I don't give a fuck. All right, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Brent Price says shame was slowly removed in America. Yep, there's no more shame, so this is where we are. And dysfunction is normalized. So where if you had a person, if I had a class on class, you know what? You guys would be fatigued at the end of the week. At the end of the day, you would be fatigued. You would be probably catch the fucking flu, the boogaloo flu at the end of the week. You know why? Because it takes too much to have class. Number one, you would have to have fucking etiquette. You would have to sit with good posture. You'd have to watch what you say. You'd have to wait your turn to talk. You'd have to eat a certain way. All right, couple of chews and bites. You would have to have you couldn't slump and sit on the couch and fucking eat. You'd have to sit up and eat. You'd have to drink. You'd have to take your turn. You have to say please and thank you. You motherfuckers would be sick at the end of the day. Take turns when you talk. Don't interrupt when somebody else is speaking. Don't sit up and smoke a cigarette. Don't hit a vape pen. You motherfuckers' bodies will be all fucked up. Back all tight. If you tried to take a class in class. Don't speak lazily. All right? Speak and enunciate your fucking words. Pronounce your E's and R's and your INGs. Y'all would be sick at the end of the week. All right? All right, your whole posture will be fucked up. All right, don't you know? That's how bad we are. That's how low class we are as a society in America. Y'all have to take a nap at the end of the day. Fucking E's and R's and INGs and shit. All right, nah, man, this is too much. I'd rather be low class. Making you tuck your shirt into your pants. Pulling your belt buckle to your belly button and shit. You guys would be fucking toast. All right? Right? Politely shaking someone's hand and not dapping them up and giving them a bro hug. How are you, sir? What is your name? You got to say your full fucking name. Gregory Adams. You guys would be like, I don't want to say it. Can I just call you G? All right, you only be able to get through 30 minutes of class per day. Show up on time. If you're not on time, you locked out the fucking class. You got an F for the day. Well, I got ADD. All right, nah, bro. Yeah. Can't say big bro and type shit at the end of things. You have to be like, I acknowledge what you said, sir. I appreciate the way you respectfully laid out your argument. All right, you can't say wrong. You have to address. All right, politely, sir, respectfully. CGA, I believe you laid out a perfect argument, but may I address the discrepancy in your argument? You guys wouldn't even have time to get the shit out because you would forget your next thought, you lazy cocksuckers. All right, that's how fast you guys would just wither out of the whole conversation. All right, please, you guys are a disgrace. This society is lost. All right, you think you guys got it figured out. You guys are low class. All right, that's what it is. You guys are low class individuals, scavengers, I tell you. All right, we've let the normies go on far too long. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Thank you for presenting a wonderful argument. However, may I interject a point of interruption here? You guys wouldn't be able to do it. Allow me to retort. Yeah, that's what it'd be. Allow me, sir. Appreciate you, gentlemen. When people get up, you stand up. All right, ladies, tip your hat. All right, gentlemen, we can continue with the conversation. Pussy. All right, no, can't do it. Shout out to G Money says, keep waking up, men. If he was awake, he'd boss up. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you. He says, the sleepy man lives a life of quiet desperation. 100%. And he says, yes, the body language stuff, I say 80% on point. Coach J says, thanks, coach. Why are exes so fake sometime? Because we like them, you know. Right. All right. Shout out to you right there. Shout out to G Money, man. The body language stuff, you can pick up a lot on body language. Shout out to Sheriff Lucius in the building. The first black sheriff. Coach, you are correct. These bitches are envious. Shout out to you. Just straight envy, man. And you got to acknowledge it right now. They just like there's a disdain that they have for men. Like there's a disdain and it's clear. Like everything they're trying to do with DEI is literally anti-male, pretty much anti-white male for sure. But when you get down to the meats and bones of DEI, black men do not benefit from it. They are least likely to benefit from all. So it is anti-black male as well. All right. So it is mainly women, white women, black women, then reading rainbow women. Or if not reading rainbow people above that. So if there is a black man that benefits, either 50% chance he's reading rainbow. So it is anti-male across the board. And they're trying to use it as minority. But it doesn't benefit black men. It's anti-male. And then when the shit hits the fan, they start tap dancing and shit. Right? We got a couple more and then we'll end the show. Shout out to DJ B Fit says a young woman in Virginia got pregnant out of wedlock. The pastor told her to share her testimony and repent when the sin happened, not after. Now folks claim he shamed her. This is the problem with the black churches today. Empathizing with degeneracy instead of addressing it. Yep. I mean, the black church is ridiculous. I mean, why? It's so powerless and toothless at this point. There's nothing left there. There's not. Sorry for the black church. There's nothing left there. All right, I wouldn't go to a black church to save my life. All right, and a church in general. Church in general is done. Not mine, coach. I got a good church. Shut up. All right, good. Go enjoy your good church. All right, but there ain't a church out here that I would go to. All right, maybe Reverend X's church. All right, but these churches today, done. They cooked. And I'm talking about a man. I'm talking about a man. I used to go to Pentecostal church. I used to go to Kojic church, the Church of God in Christ. If you know anything about these churches was old school. Like, you couldn't come in there with makeup, and your skirts had to be over your knees, or they would come over and they would put a cloth over your skirt, or they tell you the women to leave. All right, you can't come to this church. Skirt past the knees, Kojic, where them bitches be shouting and speaking in tongues and pulling out serpents and getting bit by venom. You know, the Pentecostal, that's the churches I used to go to. Them churches did not play. So in comparison to those churches, which were bizarre, I'll tell you that. They had a lot of bizarre activity going in there too. All right, the churches today don't hold a candle to the Pentecostal Kojic churches, okay? All right, they did not play. They was not playing in there. They was not playing God in there. They was playing something else. They was playing big boy God. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so today's churches ain't even close to that. They trying to come out here, especially the white people churches. All right, the white people churches. The white people churches come in there, and they all dress like grunge band members and shit. All right, they're like, we have a band. And they'll make the band around the church. And it's a bunch of Mitches and Brads in there, and Larrys. They got all this, you know, theatrical lighting and shit. And they go up there and they have their little band. All right, they're like, come to our church. Oh my God, I'd be in there like, what is this? Is this a rock concert? Pastor get up there. Pastor get up there with his flannel shirt and his flat Kango hat. I'm like, look at this pastor. All right, look at this guy right here walking on his tippy toes. I'm like, this is about to be a disgrace. Looking like Matt Walsh. Yeah, the grunge pastor. I'm like, this is about to be a disgrace. All right, this is about to be a disgrace to the Lord. I know this shit ain't about to be fun. All right, this is about to be horrible. All right, Pastor Kurt Cobain, ninjas that failed to be a rock star and get they band off the ground when Nirvana was out. Now they running the church. I'm like, oh, Lord. Yeah, they let you wear vape. They let you vape pen in the church. They let you come however you want. Come as you are as church. I'm like, this is about to be terrible. Pastor Twinkle Toes. This is about to be horrible. All right. Anyway, they all got tattoos and shit. All right. Come on, bro. Welcome to Seattle, Washington Church. All right. Anyway. All right. All right. Anyway, let me stop messing with people. They mad at me now. Macaroni Tony CGA don't miss. I've gotten free food and drink exclusive perks just because I started off with a tip to the hostess or the bartender. It's an unspoken gentleman's rule, 100%. All right. And people be like, you don't have to tip. This is where class comes in back into the conversation. It comes back into the conversation. There's a way to act and there's a way. Well, they chose to have this job. I'm like, okay. All right. Shout out to our brother Jay to the Lil says in 30 years, we are going to have a generation of adults who have been thawed out eggs. I wonder what the studies will show compared to the babies that were born naturally. I can't imagine that there's no side effects. Yep, there's always a side effect to everything. There's a side effect to eating eggs, chicken. There's a side effect to everything. And what people don't acknowledge that there's a side effect to everything. Like we learned this during COVID, where they were like, the shot is 99% effective. And I'm like, yeah, but that don't mean there's no side effects. What do you mean? I'm like, oh, you are an idiot. You're dumb. They said it's 99% effective. I'm like, yeah, but that don't mean there's no side effects. Like, you're saying that like there's no side effects. Oh, nothing will go wrong. They said it's 99% effective. I'm like, okay, you're dumb at this point. You don't hear what I'm saying. You don't clearly not hearing what I'm saying. Now what do we see? Side effects. But there's a side effect to everything. There's a trade-off to everything. That's why there's no solution. But when you press for a solution, you overlook side effects. You don't acknowledge side effects. So you got to understand there's no perfect of anything. So you do too much of anything, there's going to be side effects. And as a result, then, you know, like this whole thing about thawed out kids and test tube babies. Well, look at the people today. They have low testosterone. We have a high amount of people that are on the spectrum for whatever reason. Those are the side effects of late births, egg freezing. These are the side effects of these decision making. But people will say, well, there's no problem with women that I've had a healthy baby after 40. So what? Right? That doesn't mean that there's no overall side effects to society. He's healthy. He's breathing. He's got all his fingers and toes. But look at him. He's slow. Low testosterone, cockeyed and knock-kneed. All right, that is, he ain't an athlete. He ain't got an athletic bone in his body. He's slower than a motherfucker. So he breathing. He's a doofus. He will amount to nothing, all right, pretty much. And you're going to have to raise this kid and live with him until he's 30. So congratulations. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, so he's breathing and got all his fingers and toes. Look at his ass. He's a merp, all right? What is he going to do in life? Not much. And he probably won't be able to ever live on his own. So congratulations. That's a side effect. All right, and the more of these we have, the more low testosterone. Look, hold on for a second. The more low T kids we gonna have. He got to wear a helmet on his head all his life. All right. So yeah, he looks like this dude right here. Neon, 100 testosterone score. He ain't gonna make the fucking freshman basketball team. All right. So yeah, I hope you're happy. And he might be Sachet and Shantae. All right, but. Okay. He definitely gonna be a future incel. Or she gonna have an OnlyFans. Like, okay, you made a healthy baby, yeah, but what is his future life expectancy and projections at? He gonna be pumping gas or bagging groceries? Are we making good contributors to society? That's the point. That's the point. Not just being selfish on our mission. He's okay. Yeah, Magic Johnson's son ass nigga. All right, okay, wait. Okay. I mean, I guess if we calling that success. But it is what it is. But shout out to the first sheriff, man. Appreciate you if I didn't acknowledge you. I'm rich, bitch. Oh, man. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. I'm trying to help the world. Heal the world. Make the world a better place. I'm trying to help. All right, don't put me in power. I will be a great leader one day. Dennis S. says, what's up, coach? Love the evening stream last night. It's time to get it and get it for good. People at my corporate job are hating extra today because they know I am going for financial freedom. Yep. And they're like, he's not going to make it. You're going to be back on the plantation. All right. No government aim. Inflation is due to government spending, buying bonds, bill notes, and other assets with printing money out of thin air. We are in a debt spiral and an economic war against the global majority. We are living in a communist state. Majority of GDP, I'm not sure what that is, and of GDP, I think you meant in government spending. Yeah, y'all going to look back at some of these government people that you guys elected, and you're going to realize they took a little off the top. All right. They took a little off the top.
New world order.
Right. All these people you argue about, all these old cronies, allegedly, they skimmed a little bit off the top. It's kind of like, y'all, but by the time you find out, they're going to be dead. By the time you found out, they're going to be dead and gone. And they will not give a fuck. And their kids and their grandkids will be the beneficiary. And there's nothing you can do about it. As a matter of fact, some of these people have outperformed almost every Wall Street fund and whatnot with all the whatever inside information they had. And they skimmed y'all ninjas right off the top. All right. I mean, they hoodwinked and bamboozled y'all. And y'all did nothing about it. By the way, if y'all want to know, I've been calling this out for quite a bit. This is why I'm demonetized. I've been calling this out, so don't blame me when y'all find out. But y'all found out and y'all knew and still let them hide the secret. Just know. Yep, 10% to the big guy. You gotta let them money launder. This is all alleged.
New world.
And y'all didn't put up no fight. Why? Because y'all cowards. But I get why you're cowards. You're scared. You don't want to lose your job. All right, but they got y'all for y'all money. They stuck y'all for y'all paper.
New world order.
And sent it over to other countries right in y'all's face. I mean, and y'all didn't say nothing, man. Like, think about that. At least I said something. At least I said something on the goddamn national airwaves. Y'all said nothing. I mean, and watched it and voted it in and tried to vote it in a couple more times. Like, God dang, bruh. Oh, Lord. And speaking of, this just in. Breaking news. Breaking news. I kid you not. This is breaking news. 4 hours ago, Biden administration gives $500 million to Ukraine in final military aid package. Breaking news. Now, what do you think, man? And he ain't gonna be president but motherfucking 10 motherfucking days, bruh. And he just sent $500 million back over there. Right now. This is live news. Look. This is live. Thursday, 9 January 2025, 10:12 Eastern. Breaking news. The Biden administration has given its final injection of military support to Ukraine, unveiling a $500 million weapons package just days before Donald Trump returns to the White House, threatens to upend Western backing for Kiev. Okay. I said something.
New world order.
I said something. Y'all ain't saying nothing, and y'all can't do nothing anyway. Y'all voted it in, so it is what it is. All right, what could we do with $500 million right now? What could we do? What could black folks? Where's y'all reparations at? And I made the case once. And sometimes I ain't completely right. I was like, we ain't got no money for reparations. Well, right. Yes, there is some. Pretty sure somebody could have had some hands on that. All right. They could have put hands on that. I could have used it. No government name, coach. This just confirms how lucky a few of us are to learn that no woman ever truly loves you, and they can turn on you to benefit themselves. May this be a lesson to all the sucker for love ninjas. This is a fact. This is a fact, man. Man, men are in love, women are in business. A once wise man once said that the internet loves that quote. All right, but your boy CGA said it. Men are in love, women are in business. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you will make sure you will select the right woman. All right, you'll select the right woman, if any. But you'll live the free agent lifestyle. I think that's it for today. I might have one or two people. Let's see here. Yeah, we got Jahari out the building. Last one. Jari says, quick update. They fired our GM 30 minutes ago. All right, damn. He ain't even been on a job a full year. They said he was safe. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Damn. All right, Raiders making some. All right, damn. That dude ain't even been on a job a full year and got fired. Guess he's got to move back to Newport Beach. Don't ask me how I know. All right, damn. He was hired January 23rd. Yep, he didn't even get a full year. Didn't even get a full year. Boy, the NFL is cold. Anyway, hit the like button on the way out. We'll be back tonight. Shout out to the Ghost Gang. Peace.